Welcome to this week's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive Plays a Board Game, where a bunch of friends gather in different locations to play a board game. We are back once again. This is the second time we've given this a go, but if you were here with us before, thank you for sticking around. If you were here with us, if this is your first time, welcome. And if this is you are joining us from a different time, you didn't see us earlier, welcome back. I am Luke. I have got with me, I have Dom.
Hello.
And we have Ross with us today to play. I'll let Ross say hello because I forgot.
Oh, yeah, hey, no worries. Yeah, hey.
We are going to be playing Viscounts of the West Kingdom, the next in the West Kingdom Trilogy that we have played thus far. Dom, you and in fact all three of us have played all of the games of the West Kingdom Trilogy when we have finished this one, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so.
We played
Paladins, Architects.
We have played Paladins, we played Architects. I think I've played Architects on the stream 3 times now. I played a solo version, I played 2-player with you, and I played a 5-player game. I also need to tell Ross that he needs to adjust the crop and the meeple colours because things aren't quite right. You're very high in your picture. And by very high, I mean you're very tall in your picture.
Yeah, baby's asleep at least, so we're halfway to 2 distractions.
Good to know. FYI, Ross, our player colours are wrong on the overlay.
Yes, they are. Can I fix that?
You can switch if it's easier for you to switch them off. By all means.
Probably.
It's not going to be an issue. Yeah, we were just talking about the fact that we have played all of the. This is the third of the trilogy of the West Kingdom Trilogy, and we have played 2 of them so far on stream. So this will be interesting to round it out. I have to say at the moment, Architects is my favourite because I'm a big fan of worker placements. I don't know if that opinion is shared by anyone, or if either of you have different views.
Yeah, no, I think Paladins. I think was my favourite.
I'm going to bump up Paladins as well.
Okay, interesting. Well,
although I anticipate with this being a bit more of a deck builder, potentially that this one might take over from me.
Yeah. One other thing, Ross, Dom's crop on his shot is a little.
Yeah, I will play as we're going. Yeah.
Okay. So one of the good things about the West Kingdom Trilogy, and in fact, actually, the whole of the Garphill Games, Shem Phillips series of games is the iconography is very similar. We found this before, Dom, and we have played Explorers of the North Sea and recently Raiders of the North Sea.
Yes.
There's a lot of iconography that sort of carries over. There's a few things that differ ever so slightly, but they will become clear as the game goes on. You sort of get to recognize them. So, first of all, how are you both?
Yes, good. Sorry, I'm half distracted because I'm still playing around with the Streamlab stuff. Yeah, good. Just the usual, really, I think.
So, whereas unusually for me, I was out drinking and dancing last night, and my legs ache and my back aches, so I must have had a good time.
If only we had photo evidence of that. Which you can't find on our YouTube page. But if you were, you would be able to go and see some of our previous games that we have played on stream and our general D&D stuff that you have seen before. If it's not available on here, on Twitch, where you can follow us, then it is up onto YouTube. And there will be coming, launched onto YouTube this week, actually, was something that we filmed on Monday, Dom and I, and Laura. We went to Manuscrew, our friendly local game store in Northampton, where we went off and we played Call to Adventure.
That was fun.
That was good fun. We used their setup, and we're very grateful for Manuscrew for letting us use their setup. But that is up on YouTube. That went live either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it was Wednesday. But it is there for people to go and do. We encourage people to go and check that out after you have stuck around here. Go check that out. See how we did playing something a little bit different to what we normally do. But it was a lot of fun doing it. We will be back to Manuscrew probably in a couple of weeks, week or so. to play another of their games that they have available, or just to play one of the ones that we've got that we want to get through. I think we had talked about playing the new version of Libertalia, the Winds of Galecrest.
Yes.
Next time we go there, so keep your eye for that. All right, that I think is most of our preamble stuff that I go through. It's mostly the YouTube stuff, mostly it's the D&D stuff. Normally we would be playing D&D, but due to a couple of people being unwell this week and just needing to rest up and recover, and Connor being off on a stag do, not his own, but someone else's, apparently. He has other friends than us. Ugh.
Outrageous.
Terrible, terrible human. Yeah, we decided it would just be better for us to play a board game for this week. Dom, your camera has frozen and it looks like...
looks like he's sleeping. Oh, he's back. I can't remember how I cropped this screen for Dom, so he's just going to be really close up for the entire game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's go through the various things of Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
Yeah.
This is, in essence, it's a deck builder with a rondel system where we are going to be marching our Viscounts around our city, doing the various bits and pieces that our Viscounts need to do. The aim for us is that we are trying to make the city either prosperous or into poverty for the story, which I'll explain a little bit more in a moment. But in fact, the story of the game is that we are the Viscounts, so we're part of the nobility of the city, where the king has decided to stave off war. He is just paying people to go away. And we think this is a bad idea because it is costing us a lot of money and it's not actually making the city very profitable. So we are going to be trying to do a whole bunch of things. We're going to be commissioning buildings. We're going to be employing people. We're going to be working in the castle. We're going to be writing manuscripts to the church. And we are going to be trading with our allies to try and get us some sweet, sweet victory points. On our turn, we are going to be doing several things, which are rather handily outlaid on our character sheets. We will get to those people up at the top in a moment. That sort of decides our starting position, but I figure I might as well go through the entirety of the game in order to understand things. So if we come over to my player board, Ross, if you
already have.
Sweet, and my camera, my stream is on delay. So we are going to start off with a hand of 3 cards. I'm just going to put my 3 cards here just to show. You guys are going to be able to see Ross's screen. So I'm not going to look at the stream too whilst we've got things going on, just because of what's going on. So we have got, this is actually a really good example of some card options that are available. I'll just put that in my hand for a moment. A couple of others. Yeah, that's pretty handy. Okay. So we are going to have in our hand, we're going to have 3 cards. And at the beginning of our turn, we are going to move all the cards that we have on this little carousel of people, one to the right. And then we're going to play a card from our hand. If we can only have 3 cards in play here at any one time. So if a card does get to the end of the row here, it is taken off and it goes into our discard pile. It will come back later, but if deck builder, you'll get that eventually. This may be relevant because some of the cards have got different powers that activate at different points. So for example, we have the Financier here, has a lightning bolt power, which means it is activated as soon as the card is played into the tableau. So on my turn, I will play the card and that lightning bolt effect will happen. That means I can discard a card and then I can gain 2 silver. This person, the trader, has an ongoing effect. So when I take a trade action, I gain an additional silver as part of it. And the thief has what's known as a drop-off effect. So when they get to this part, and then at the beginning of our turn, they drop off the end of the carousel, they go into the discard pile, that effect will activate, which in this case is I will gain a debt, and then we'll also get a silver, which seems odd that you go into debt, but you still get some money. Whatever.
Well, you take a loan, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. On each of the cards, they are going to have different icons, which most of them are replicated on our board here as well. So when we are at the beginning of the game, we have these for free. As the cards move along, they get covered up and will not be available to us. We have, with the trader here, we have money bags. We have got, I've got money bags there as well, but we have things like crosses to represent the religion aspect. We have hammers for building, and we have the noble crest for working in the castle. And those will denote part of the 4 actions that we are able to take during, or one of the 4 actions that we can take during our turn, depending on where we move our Viscount to, which is this fantastic meeple. This is one of the best meeples I have ever seen, just because it is someone riding a horse with a nice flag. It looks a lot like the person on the game art on the front, which I think is brilliant. So we are, there you go. Ross has highlighted that for us. Again, on delay, I can't see what he's doing. Now,
I'm doing my best to be a producer here for you. So
there you go. Nice one. So with the thief as well, you'll notice that there is a skull symbol there. So this is one of 2 things that will happen. When you play the thief onto the board, first of all, if you will then move your black side of your morality track 1 space to the right for however many skulls are in your entire tableau. So if each of these were criminals, it would move 3 places.
Sorry, and that's when you add a new card to that.
Yes, when you add a new one to the play area. However, that symbol is wild, so it will count for any of the actions that we take across the turn. And in future turns, because it will be there in the future as well. We'll go over the morality track in a little bit later on. But for now, let's go into place. I will put these guys in like this just for the moment, assuming we have placed these out. So when we start the game, we are going to be choosing where our Viscount goes based on the hero cards that are over at the top here. The player hero and hero townsfolk cards. We'll worry about that in a little bit. These are extra cards that we're going to be putting into our deck, as well as our starting player bonuses, or starting position bonuses. So wherever we are, we will get some bonuses, which we'll worry about in a little bit, because I want to go through what we can do on our turn. What we can do on our turn is we can move our Viscount a number of spaces equal to the silver amount that is showing on the top left of our card. So that is how far our Viscount can move around this board. So if mine is here for the moment, he can move 1 space following the arrows on the board. They can never backtrack on themselves, but they can advance further. More on that in a second. So I can either go over the top here to this action space, or I can go down and into the action space down here. So anywhere where there is a clearing is effectively a space where an action may be taken. And then I can take the action depending on what is there. You can, if you want to go further, pay a silver to move yourself 1 additional space. So you can just keep going. It is technically possible for you to go all the way around the board and to pay enough silver to do that, but it is very expensive. So you can do that, you just might not necessarily want to. Once you get there, you can do one of the actions. Now, first of all, you'll see on the player board here, we have a little arrow card, little card here with an arrow. That means we can dismiss the top cards of the workers' decks in each of these spaces, regardless of which of the space I end up in. So we would pay the silver amount that's in the top, discard the card, and then you would get the benefit that is shown in the top right there. And I feel I should pause for a moment just while Ross has disappeared off, presumably to go and deal with his shopping, and then get back into it. Is everything making sense so far, Dom?
Yes. Yeah.
Like
this is... yeah. So I've read the rule book. I think I know vaguely what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm glad you showed how your meeple moved. I wasn't quite sure how that track worked. I thought it was following the sort of little path, but it wasn't entirely clear.
Yeah, that's
what
fair.
was the space? But yeah, got it now.
Cool. All right. So when we have placed our worker out into the board, or we have placed them out, if we have chosen to dismiss or not the action, do you want me to explain that again, Ross? Just for
The next one is you could dismiss all of or some of the cards from the top of these.
top one.
Top one. Okay.
Top one from the deck. Cost the silver in the top left, and then you gain the benefit in the top right.
From the section that you're in.
Yes, from the wedge.
Yes.
Then you can take the action depending on where you've gone. Now, if you've ended it in the top 2 spaces on the wedge, you can take one of the first 2 actions. So the trade action, in which you can trade, depending on however many of these bags you have, gives you a resource depending on where you are here. So, for example, if for every pair of bags you have, you gain 1 inkwell, and I'll explain inkwells in a moment. You can also spend a silver to increase the effect of the bags that you have for that turn, so you can temporarily increase it. You also have the benefit, if you dismiss the worker, you get whatever, you're temporarily giving yourself a buff. So you, like in Paladins of the West Kingdom, where you had a temporary bonus based on the Paladin card that you had, you gained an extra bonus here. Okay, so you basically would count as having an extra one of those symbols on the card. So regardless of whatever action you choose to take, you will have that if you dismiss the worker. You can also choose to build a building. Now, that is dependent on what type of building you want to build. So on our board, we have got 3 different types of housing.
Luke, can I pause you there, please? Tesco's have arrived, and I saw them just take 3 minutes to go.
That is quite all right. We have got Z9 Pluraziel for 86 is in chat saying, how's it going, guys? And then tut for ignoring chat. I apologize. I have been trying to explain the rules and I did not look at the chat because I tend to forget things. But now we have time to look into chat and say, hey, how you doing? Because I'm fairly certain that's Tom's username, isn't it? That was to you, Dom. That wasn't that wasn't a question to the chat because I don't know what the delay is.
Okay, yeah. I don't look at the chat because if I try to have the stream up while this is going, my internet just doesn't seem to be able to handle it.
That's fair enough. Tom has that. It's ZL for 86. It says, "I forgive you. It is, and I'm feeling pretty mad. I'm sorry to hear that. There has been a few bugs going around recently, which is really unfortunate. Laura had one earlier in the week, which knocked her for 6, which is not great going into a long weekend. So it's rather unfortunate. I know Arthur, Ross, and Danny have all had similar bugs over the last few days. So it has been pretty terrible for everyone. But I am looking forward to our barbecue on Monday. That's going to be fun.
Yes, looks like we've got nice weather for it as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping it will. It may cool down a little bit by then, but it may not. Who knows? It's British weather. It was snowing a week ago, so who knows what's going to happen?
Roll a d20 to determine the weather.
Yeah, only a d20. I feel like there's more options than that. Or is that just to get the temperature? I've had such a, we've been preparing the garden for various things. So I've put a moss killer down. I've been breaking that out. I've been preparing the lawn, all sorts of shenanigans and getting gas and stuff and all of that. Ross is back.
I am back. That should, it was a small shop. That should be the last of the destructions, I hope.
Sweet. All right, so back to the actions that we could take. Tom, hope you will feel better whilst you're here, and you will join in and mock us for doing terrible, terrible decisions on the game. So the second action that we could take there, if we are in the top part of this board, is we can take a construction action. You can see that we have 3 different housing options here. We have a sort of modest house, we have a slightly bigger, almost barn-like structure, and we have a palace. Now, each of those can be built for a different number of hammers or stone that can be used to increase the value of them. or sorry, number of stone to increase it basically counts as 3 hammers. So like coins can be done for trade, hammers can be done for, stone can be used for construction. We can gain stone resources from various other things. There is a element of different points that you can gather. So for the houses, which are the cheapest ones on the right-hand side, they only take 3 hammers. They are worth 2, 5, and 9 points if you build all 3 of them, whereas the palaces are worth 6, 13, and 21 points. When you have taken the build action, you take it off and you place your house over the space of one of the segments on the board where your Viscount is currently in place, and you gain the benefit of what's underneath it. So in this case, it is you can flip over a debt or I forget what the card is called, flip over a deed card. There we go. It is a deed card. If then at a later point, someone else builds a building on the other side of this dotted line, both players get this benefit. If I was the one to build both of these, I only get this benefit once.
Okay.
So we don't both get it.
Yeah.
Or I don't get it twice, rather. Each time that you build something like this, you do have an ongoing effect that is revealed. So much like in, I think it's Tapestry, Dom, you and I had that before. When you take it off, you get a permanent free benefit that you can get.
It kind of reminds me, just for a game that I played, like Scythe, where you build something and you move onto the board and then it reveals.
Yes, very much like that. Yes. So you have the various benefits here. So if you have no criminals, for example, when you can move your at the end of your round, you can move your little white morality marker 1 step closer to the left. This one gives you a +1 permanent bonus to your hand limit. And then, for example, on the castle ones, you can take it off here. You have a permanent extra castle marker that lets you work in the castle. You get an extra hammer, etc., etc., etc. This one on the left allows you to move an extra space for your Viscount. Let's move around without having to pay any silver. So those are the top 2 actions. Everyone okay with those?
Mm-hmm. Yep, think so.
Down here at the bottom, oh god, I'm going to rotate it like that just because the castle is 3D. Fall over because it's drunk. You can take 2 different actions. You can send workers to go and work in the castle, in which case you can, that depends on the number of the sort of regal crest markers you have, which is shown in the top left of how many you've got. So if you have 1, you can put 1 worker in. If you have 3, you can put 2 workers in. If you have 5, you can put 3. If you have 8, you can put 4 in there. Now, if I was to put in 3 workers here, or if I was putting any amount of workers here, and it would bring me up to having 3 workers in place, I would move 1 up a level. 1 goes to the right. 1 goes to the left. I've done that in the wrong order, but that's why they get. And then we check to see whether there is 3 in any of those, or 3 of the same, or if there is 4 of any in that space. If there is 4 of any, then the player who created it before moves any 1 out, and the person who lost their meeple gains a silver. When you get promoted into different levels of the castle, you do gain a benefit. So keep an eye out on the various levels for that. And you do score points for where your meeples are based at the end of the game. Now, there is an additional card somewhere back over here, which is whoever has the first player to get someone to the 3rd level of the castle, which happens in the same way. You get 3 of the same into one place. You split them out and move 1 up. First person to do that gains this nice shiny card, which is a +1 bonus to your hand limit as an ongoing effect, plus a 5 victory points at the end. However, someone else can take that from you if they gain 1 more worker than you in that spot. So it's a good game to be getting into to try and get that, because it's worth points at the end. I think it's 1 point for every one in the lower tier, 2 points for every worker in the second tier, 3 points for every worker in the top tier.
Then if you have the most, 5 points.
Yes, in the top tier.
In the top tier, yes.
Yes. And I don't think you use gold to benefit that one. I will double check. Noble icons. No, you can spend gold to increase the number of your noble icons if you want to, or silver. Which, for the sake of ease, we'll just call it money rather than silver and gold. Silver, because we will confuse ourselves. And then the final action you can take. Sorry, go on.
Or coin.
Or coin, yeah. The final action you can take is you can make inkwell, or you can use inkwells or black crosses, these priest crosses, to write manuscripts. And manuscripts are scored as a set collection, effectively. Much like in Play-Doh, you score points for each complete set of yellow, black, and blue, and white ribbons. And I believe it is 1 point for 1, 4 for 2, 9 for 3, and 16 for all 4. So it's squared, effectively, multiplied by itself for each of those sets. There are also the Cleric bonus cards up here. The first person to gain, I think it's 3 of the particular site, gains the Cleric bonus. It is you get a +5 to your victory points at the end, it's +3. It's +3, and you get a permanent symbol beneath your board. Good to go for. It is again. Oh yes, it is Nightbot minus Tom. I forgot to take Tom out when he said it wasn't coming. That's fine. I'll edit that in a minute. So it is a number of black crosses, or you can spend inkwells, which is a final resource that you can spend to increase it. You can also spend money, coins as well to transcribe those manuscripts. Everything making sense so far?
Yes.
That is the least confident I've ever heard either of you say yes.
There's
And
a lot of different components. I'm just trying to, between me, it maybe just be good, very, very quick recap at the end, literally like a line through on a turn, potentially. I think that's what will click all together. I think I understand the individual components, not necessarily the full picture yet.
Right. I can certainly try. I may not succeed, but I can certainly try. All right. Then the next action you can take in phase 4 is your recruit action. So after you finish your primary action for doing building and whatever, you can then choose to pay the coin cost of the worker who is at the top of the deck and add them to your discard pile. You will gain the benefit of whatever is on the top right, same as you did if you were sacking them or dismissing them, and then they go into your discard pile like any deck builder.
Okay.
If the pile runs out, there are effectively, I'll move this up away just to show you. That's gone poorly. That was not what I wanted to do. But there are points that you can get at the end, effectively, for that.
Yeah.
So you can move your morality marker. I'm just going to readjust this because I have screwed it up. Let's just put more on this guy. There you go. Shuffle. Can I pick them up as a cluster? This is the great question.
Yeah, shift. Do you wish to do it?
Yes, please, as you're there. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what else is there. Resolve collision is the next stage after that. So when these morality markers move around, they can eventually come together on the track and cause what's called a collision. When that happens, they become a single stack and they will move around. If there is additional movement later, they will move left or right depending on what happens. In this phase, 2 things will happen. First of all, whoever's player whose turn it is resolves this top action depending on where the stack is based at that point. So if it is in this place, for me, for example, I would gain 2 silver and I would gain a debt card. That would come across to me and it would just be face up. I would have that debt. Then all players below, or all my opponents, would then move or do the action that is below. So in this case, if you had no criminals, you would move your morality tracker 1 space to the left.
Okay.
and then I will split. Then mine split, and they go back to where they started. That only happens on the active player's turn. So if you have a collision that happens on someone else's turn, don't worry about it. It will happen. We'll worry about it on your turn.
Right. So, for example, if your morality tracker moved
Yes.
because someone else's marker said, it doesn't then trigger for that thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then finally, it is draw back up to your hand limit, which at the moment is 3, and may resolve at a later point. It may become more, it may become less. I'll just double check if there is anything else. If you ever have to draw cards at any point, like a deck builder, you shuffle your discard into a new draw pile. You then check your player boards for any criminals. If you have 1 or more criminal icon, you gain 1 corruption. Regardless of how many criminals you have, you gain just 1 corruption. If you have no criminal icons when you reshuffle your deck, you gain a virtue. So you move your white icon to the left. Once the current player has drawn their cards to refill their hand, then the next player will begin going through the phases and so on and so forth. The end of the game will happen when one of these 2 stacks of either debts or deeds becomes empty, and the final card, the prosperity or poverty card, is revealed at the bottom of the stack. I will double check the number of these that is supposed to be there for each one. I think the game has set it up correctly, but I will double check. This is then a case for scoring at the end. So is when one of these tracks runs out, is when that will sort of trigger the end game. We'll have a final round and then we will score. If it is the prosperity that comes up first, as in all of the deeds have been collected, then we will score based on whoever has the most debts flipped over. So they've paid back their debts and they've flipped those over. If conversely we have got to the debt side and we've gone into the poverty side, then whoever has the most flipped over deed cards will gain the benefits, will get the most points. Does that make sense? Because I know that one's a little confusing.
It feels a little bit like it's huge points potentially. So you're kind of gambling on which path you take.
Yes. But of course, as you gamble, as you go down one path, you're also going to be depleting the other one, which means that you're less likely for it to score off. So you kind of have to do both.
Yeah.
Which makes it interesting. If it happens to be that both poverty and prosperity cards are revealed, then it will be called the Divided Kingdom, and both cards are active for scoring. So you could potentially have some massive scores happening with that.
Yeah.
Then in endgame scoring, we add up our scores for constructed buildings, workers in the castle, transcribed manuscripts, castle leader card, and the cleric bonus cards. We lose 2 victory points for unpaid debts. We gain a victory point for every deed and 3 for each approved deed. So once that's flipped over. And then we score based on the poverty or prosperity cards. And I believe that is everything. I'm going to reopen chat because I did close it down for a second. Who is winning? Thanks, Laura. Imagine a game where the aim is to lose. I mean, Sapphire 9218. I mean, Gloom technically is a game where you want to lose because you're scoring the fewest points. There are other games. Actually, no. What is it? There is a game where the idea is you're to be the biggest arse, and you're supposed to lose all your friends and your political standing. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. I will find out at some point. But that is a thing. So yes, Sapphire. No one is winning yet, but the rules are. But that is all of the rules.
Yeah.
Inkwell's gold and stone and coin are infinite, so there are these multiply cards as things go.
Yeah.
But that is everything, I think. Are there any questions?
Yeah, what the rules again? No.
Watch the last half hour of the stream.
Joking part aside. So We have 3 cards in our hand.
Yes.
We play one of them down.
Yes.
At the beginning of the game, we have access to these symbols as well.
Correct.
Then, based on the symbols shown,
That's the action that we can take.
an action you can take, but there's also at the bottom, depending on the icon at the bottom, if it's a lightning bolt, it happens when you play it. If it's
Yes.
X, it happens when it falls off. If it's a a cycle thing, it means it's always active.
Yes.
Then you can do. Then from there, we go basically across the bar at the top.
Yes.
So we move our Viscount. We can discard a card.
Dismiss one of the.
Sorry, one of the top ones. We can do one of the 4 actions.
Yep.
We can hire someone.
Yep.
We move our thing back and forth.
Yes.
And then what was the last one?
Draw
it back up to 3.
Yes.
And then meanwhile, you can build stuff off here.
Yep.
And that means that you then get the extra thing when you then get to that stage, essentially.
Correct.
Do I have any questions based off that information? And then on the board, as you're moving around, you basically do the action in the zone that you're in.
Sort of. So that marker only will tell you what you get if you trade. So that's only for the trade action. So
right,
the top 2 here are sort of outward going building construction spaces. So it is the trading, or you can construct whilst you're up here. So
right.
Think of it as you're either looking at this or you're looking at the border track on the outside. When you're in the middle here, you're either looking at these manuscripts or you're looking at the castle.
Okay.
If that helps.
That does help, yes. And then
there's one other thing I should mention. If you should move your Viscount into a place where it lands on top of another player's worker, they then get to rearrange their cards however they like in their tableau.
Okay.
Something to bear in mind. It may not come up, but it's worth mentioning, so I don't forget about it.
The last thing that I was going to ask is obviously, for like buildings, for example, obviously hammers or anything really. It's based on the symbols that are available to you.
Yes.
And the resources and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to recruiting someone, just to pick one at random, pick this stonecutter guy, for example.
Yes.
You need to have a. Is it this cost up to the top left? Was it
You
the 3 coins?
The
hammer. I have a hammer. Okay.
No. The icons.
Coins, okay.
Yeah, it's just 3 coins. The icons are what they will give you when they are in play.
Gotcha.
So you will pay 3, and then you'll get the benefit that is in the top right.
Right. Okay. Which I was going to say in nearly all cases is discard a card, basically, isn't it?
Maybe discard a card. It may be move one of the trackers one way or the other.
Sorry, when you discard a card, what's that card is being discarded from?
In what do you mean? If you're dismissing,
so say, for example, I take the stonecutter, right, and I've got this card here with the cross on it.
That is either discarding from your hand or discarding from the top of your deck.
Okay.
So it's a way of cycling up the rubbish in your hand, effectively.
Yes. Okay. Good. That's just the clarify. I think that's given me enough to start at least.
Okay. Shall I be first player? Would that help?
Sure.
Unless we want to do a D20 roll to see.
I go for D20.
Yeah, D20. Why not? Eat, grit, and survive. This is what we do.
Yep.
D20.
13.
19.
I need
This
to
should be fair fire.
D20. I rolled a 20.
Ooh.
Ross is going first.
Repeat.
There you go. That's the first play marker. So now we need to decide who our bonus person and ability is here. So it starts with the player who is going last, effectively. So it'll start with me. So Interesting. So I basically choose a pair of cards here. I can choose one of these two. Like in Cascadia, you choose a pair that you then take. So these are the abilities that I can take. And these are also my starting resources that I would gain from the beginning. And the number at the top here is where my Viscount will start.
Right. Okay.
So, just want to double check what all the symbols mean. So, this one is you'll start in position 3. You'll get 2 inkwells, 2 silver, a deed, and a debt. And you would gain a, I think that would be a black manuscript. It might just be any manuscript. Gaining 3 manuscripts is pretty handy there. You just get a free manuscript of wherever you want it to be. This one you gain 2 of any type of resource. You can either gain a gold. Well, sorry, apart from silver, you can gain gold, stone, or inkwell. You get 6 coins, 3 deeds, and a debt, and you can flip over a deed already. So that's a pretty good swing of points. This one you get 2 stone. You start in position 9. You have 5 silver. You gain a debt and deed, and you can scrap a card immediately. So it will be taken out of your deck entirely.
Okay.
So it can be taken from your deck or from your hand. And this one is you gain any free resource. You gain a silver, 1 deed, and 1 debt. And I think that one...
It's got to be a powerful ability, surely.
I think it is you can just place a builder.
Yeah.
Based on where your Viscount currently is. And I think it is the lesser of the buildings, which is pretty powerful early on, but it does mean virtually nothing. So I guess it depends on where's that one going. That's space number 8. This is over here in the bottom left, which could flip a debt or a deed over or gain a gold. So it's something to consider. One thing that is also worth mentioning is that the Viscount has to move. It cannot stay still. It does have to move. I think I am going to take this pair of... oh, that's the scoring card on the back. That's handy. So I'm going to take this pair. So spots number 2, and I'm going to take Clovis, who is a criminal, but he does gain me I get to recruit for free. I will double check whether that card goes into my deck immediately, whilst Dom, you decide what you would like.
Okay. I think I'm just going to take 3 years, because I think we're going to be doing a fair bit of trading, and having a card with 3 tradie bags on it seems like quite a good deal for that.
Yep. So the worker does get shuffled into your deck, so it can be drawn on the first turn.
Okay. The cross. Can you just remind me again? Sorry.
Which one? The gold or the black cross?
The black cross here.
The black cross is for getting these manuscripts.
I start off in position.
You know what? Why not? Let's just do that. I'll grab Emma.
Don't let your wife hear you say that.
Yep. Where am I? Sorry, let's grab some pieces. Shuffle it there.
And then my Viscount starts in position 2, which is over here. And then I can flip that over, and that gives me the scoring on the other side.
Oh, yes, I need to do my other things, don't I? Again, a debt and a deed.
Debt and a deed. So we draw from this the smaller pile at the top, yes?
Yes.
Good, just confirming.
I'll double check how many are supposed to be in there for a 3-player game. I'm fairly certain Tabletopia's script will have set that out.
And then this black book is I can gain one of any
manuscript.
already.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, and I've got my thing where I can just get rid of a card, haven't I? I need to deal with that.
Yes.
And I gain the resources on that manuscript.
I think you would get that benefit straight away. Yes.
I will grab this one then. Because I am lacking the coinage.
Yeah.
It upsets me that it's not. There we go. The right way. That is 6 coins total.
It is actually on the poverty card of how many are on there, so that is fine. I just oops.
6.
What shall I get rid of?
I need to draw 3 cards, don't I, as well?
Yes.
Okay. I have put my Viscount in the right area. I have gained 2 inkwells. I have gained 2 coins. I have gained a deed and a debt. I have gained a manuscript, and I gained 4 coins from the manuscript.
Nice. I have taken stone from for my free resources.
What do I want to get rid of? A lot of these actually. I mean, it's only the starting hand, obviously, but some of these, all of these seem like they could be useful. So it's a bit hard deciding which to get rid of.
Is the challenge of a game such as Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
Nice, excellent, good little plug there. Whilst Dom's deciding,
You are the first player, so
I am also the first player,
Dom, sorry, Dom, you're trying to decide on what to scrap.
Yes, yes. For the manuscripts, you say there's 3 crosses, so I just need to have 3 crosses available to me, and then I can grab the one from that zone.
Yes.
Okay. So I just need 3 of them showing at any one time.
Yes, or you can pay
inkwells.
Inkwells, yes.
Nice. Okay.
So you could recruit another 3, costing 1 on your next turn.
Yes. Are they different values?
There are some which are worth 4, but
Okay.
are slightly more powerful.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so shall I just fling my scrapped card into the distance?
Yeah, just yeet it off somewhere at the bottom of the board.
There we go.
Sure, I'll do. All right, Ross, you are our first player, sir.
Yeah, I am. Jeez.
Now we find out how well you listen to all the rules.
Yeah.
Because Ross has never explained rules incorrectly ever, and he won because of it.
Oh my god. I don't know if I've won because of it. I definitely have explained rules incorrectly there in the past.
We all have.
Usually based on someone else's explanation of the rules. I just then don't check the rules myself, and I just continue to explain the game in that way. Actually, I think is the cincher there.
We had that with Quedlinburg, didn't we? Where I had been taught that you go for everyone, and then we were corrected on the stream that it was only the person who moves the first. I personally prefer everyone rolls the dice because I don't think it makes that much difference.
I think it benefits one, it benefits all almost, but
yeah.
I'm just trying to.
I mean, obviously, the aim is to encourage people to push their luck.
Yeah, I guess so. But the thing is that if everyone gets to roll the die, then based on whether or not they explode, then it kind of nulls it out a little bit.
So the amount I can move
is the coin value of the character you've placed down.
Yes, that is quite critical information.
Now, bear in mind, you can go, if you had a 3 card and you want, or 2 card and you wanted to go here, you can go 1, 2.
Yes.
And you have to go in the direction of the arrows. So if you wanted to go here, you could go.
You have to move as much as your other coin is worth, and you have to move.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can pay another coin, additional coin, to move an extra space if you want to.
I think I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I'm just gonna do something to do it. In fact, it might just be worth playing this guy to start with. So if I play the abbot out here,
Yes.
it has coin value of 2.
Yep.
So I can move 1, 2,
Yes.
and I end up here.
Yes.
Do I continue now?
You then move on to your next step.
Okay, my next step then is to bin off one of the cards, isn't it?
You can choose to. You can choose to scrap this person.
That would move.
Which would cost you 3, and would move your black virtue 1 step to the right, but it would gain you a wild token for the rest of the turn.
I won't do that.
Okay.
And then I've got my 4 available 4 actions.
Yes, of which you, based on where you are, you have the first 2.
Sorry, how have I? Sorry, that's the bit which I probably fundamentally misunderstood.
That's okay. So when you're on the outer rim,
yes,
you are doing the first 2 of these actions.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to change too much. Can I move to here instead? So I would have gone
1, 2.
1, 2 instead.
Yes. I did wonder what your plan was to try and get a manuscript. In which case.
So I will try, yes, so then I will take the, no, that makes much, no, I do remember you saying that now. I will then take the manuscript action, so which I have 1 cross here on Abbot, 1 cross available on the default action space.
Yes.
And then I can expend a Inkwell.
Yes. And you'll gain another manuscript.
Then I will gain this manuscript, which lets me then flip this deck.
Yep. And then when you flip it over, you gain a resource.
And I will gain.
Will you gain another Inkwell?
I think I just might, No, I will gain a gold. No, I'll gain a.
So you can gain gold, stone, or Inkwells. You cannot gain silver from that.
Yeah. Stone is for putting the buildings up, pretty much, isn't it?
Yes.
Gold is for Viscount.
It's for putting your workers into the class.
I'll gain a stone at this point, I think.
Okay, I am going to open my window because it is actually getting a lot hotter in here now the sun has gone down.
And then, if I so wish, I can buy another person.
You can choose to buy the top person on that deck.
On the deck, which might explain why you want to do that. Right, gotcha. And so the debt collector is I flip a debt to then flip a deed.
I think it's an ongoing effect. When you flip a debt over, you can also flip over a deed. So every time, so when it's as long as it's in your tableau, every time you flip over a debt, you can also flip over a deed.
Okay. That's not too bad. But he does move my thing. You know what? Why not? Let's just try something. You know.
It's the first play.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I will pay 3 to buy him, and he goes into my discard, right?
Yes.
So he sits here in my discard pile.
So your marker then moves 1 to the right.
Yes, it does, because I did that.
Yep. There is no collision, and then draw back up to 3 and end your turn.
Back up to 3. And my turn ends. Cool, nice.
Dom.
That's right. That was a bit of a slow burner, but it was a good run through because it just.
Yeah, it helped you cement the ideas of what's happening on the turn.
Yeah.
Here is a game that I think you might be able to play on Monday, by the way, depending on how people feel about it.
Okay, nice.
I picked up the new edition, 3rd edition of Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Ah.
You have been wanting to play that for quite a while, Ross.
Yeah.
So depending on how many people want to play it, we can do that.
Yeah.
Dom, what are you doing? Good man.
I think I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to get out my squire.
Wow.
So I move 2.
Mhm.
So 1 to move to the inner room, 2 to move around.
Mhm.
I have the option of dishing that card, but I'm not going to take it. And then because I'm on the inner ring and I've got a nobility icon in my tableau, I can use that to put a worker on the castle.
Correct. You have 2 nobility icons, in fact.
Are you doing
Oh,
a
yes, 'cause of the
default
free
play
one.
area? The free one in the middle.
Okay, does that mean I get to put 2 in?
No, if you had a third, you would be able to. So you can spend a silver to count it as if you had a third, I believe. I will double check. Yes. Oh no, you can spend silver to dismiss the townsfolk adjacent to there. Which actually, if you spent 2 silver to dismiss this person here, you would gain an additional noble icon. So you would have a third icon. So you could put 2 workers in, and you would move your morality up.
Sure, why not? So let's pay the 2 silver.
Mhm.
So she just goes into nothingness.
Well, yeah, we'll just put it over by the. We'll put them over by the debts, just so we've got the general discard pile for all of the townsfolk.
Okay, so as I've got 3 nobility icons, I can put 2 workers on the castle.
Nice.
Okay. Now, if I wish to, I can hire. Sure. Let's hire a friar.
Okay.
Choosing things on the basis that they sound funny is strategy, right?
Yes.
So friar goes in discard.
That defender looks like they have taken something.
I've got no morality collisions, so I draw an extra card to go back to 3.
Nice. Okay, my turn. I am going to play the journeyman, who gains me an extra 2 money bag icons, so I can move 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I land there. I am going to. I think I will. I think I'm going to dismiss the stonecutter. Actually, am I? No, I think I might want to hire them later. So I am going to take the. You know what? I am. I'm going to take the construction action. So I'm going to spend my 2 stone and my hammer to build an icon here. I'm going to build here, which gets me. I'm going to take a. What coming up? Potentially. I will take myself an inkwell as my freebie there. I have constructed. Now I have a permanent +1 to my hand limits.
Nice.
Which I think is going to be really good early on. I am going to hire. I think I'm going to spend 3. I'm going to hire my stonecutter. It goes into my discard pile, and when I've hired, I can discard a card from my hand or my deck. I will discard my financier.
Oh, that's the point. When I hired my friar, should my morality have gone to the left?
I guess it should have done.
Thank you. I forgot that bit. Bing.
I do not change any of my morality. So that ends my turn. I draw back up to 4 now. Ross, it is your turn, sir.
It is my turn. I spent too long looking at everyone else's turn. And
you know what? You're producing today, so that does happen. Most weeks.
I think I do have a rough idea. with the trade, can I use coins in placement of a trade icon?
Yes, you can. So now we're in a new turn. This guy moves one to the right.
Yes.
And then you place a new card down. You can spend silver to increase the coins there.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, that drops in later. That's not so useful actually. I would have had the perfect turn, but that drops in later date instead of now, because I could have just done it on that, but instead I will go. You know what? I might just go kind of crazy.
Music to my ears.
I'm going to play Emma, which allows me to move 3.
Yes, she does.
So I will 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Sprint around the board. I now will will I get? Do I want to get rid of this guy to see? Sorry, what's the icon? Is that shuffling?
That will be you shuffle your discard pile into your deck.
Which is basically just this guy.
Yeah, you'll basically put the deck collector. You'll put the deck collector back in there. So
which isn't the worst, to be honest.
No, because you get him pretty quickly.
2 coins to do that. I think I won't. I think it's quite expensive. So what I will do then instead now is take the manuscript action.
Yep.
I've got 1, 2, and an inkwell.
Yep. Remember, Emma does allow you to use stone or gold as a cross instead.
Yes, I think I want to keep my stone. I think.
Okay.
And I will grab this manuscript, which I believe lets me grab someone for free.
It does. It lets you.
This section, or is it anywhere?
That is what I'm going to check. It says hire 1 visible townsfolk card from the main board for free. So any of the are available.
That's kind of juicy, isn't it?
And we see that we now have an extra. We have a 4 cost of thing come up, and it's pretty powerful.
I'm going to go between the foreman and the missionary.
I'm just amused by Sapphire's comment last thing there. Every time I look over it, my brain is just going, imagine a game where the aim is to lose. I'm just thinking she's about to launch into an elevator pitch.
Yeah, right, yeah. This is
the new hotness.
Yeah.
This will supplant Arc Nova. This is the game where the aim is to lose.
I think I'm going to grab the foreman.
Okay.
I just got the whole part, apparently.
So your morality goes to the left. Yes.
Okay, cool. What was I doing? Oh yeah, but I believe because I have 3 blue manuscripts,
you gain the blue cleric card.
I gain the blue cleric card.
Yes. You may as well stack them on top of each other because it won't make any difference. And as long as we can we just do it for the purpose of set collecting, it's easy enough. Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll just stop this here. And I gain 2 resources of any kind.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Right.
That is a permanent 2 money bags for when you.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Stuff. So it's actually pretty stuff. You do trading. Yes.
Is there a good place I can put this?
I mean, below the board, I guess. I'd put it down here because then you can keep track of it with the rest of your icons.
Yeah, it's just so I can see that. It's not perfect, but it will do. Cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to think about what I want to do with my life again. Yeah, cool. Done. Do I want to hire the guy here? I mean, now it's actually more worth it because there's 2 things in there.
Plus him, technically.
It's him. Which is when he drops off, he gives me any resource. What's the criminal icon again? Sorry.
When you place it, it counts as a wild in general, and then when you place it down for every criminal icon you have in there, your black marker moves to the right. Sapphire says, "Who says I don't have a Kickstarter ready to go?"
You know,
I mean, if you have managed to design a game without me noticing, I will be very impressed and disappointed that you haven't asked me to playtest.
I will hire.
Okay.
Does he come in with it now?
I would think so.
Sure.
And if not, if that is not the case, we're house ruling it. We'll just play that way until we find out otherwise.
Sure. So everyone goes in there, shuffling everyone up, and then nothing, no clash, and I draw up.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't mean to flip that. My bad. Yep.
Right, Dom, it is your turn.
Okay, so squire goes to the right.
Mhm.
I think I'll pop out my labourer, so I've got 2 movement. So I'll go 1 and 2 to end up there. Surprisingly enough, I'm going to take the build action because I've got 1 hammer and 2 stones, so I can spend those to give me a total of 3, which allows me to put up one of the workshops, which I'm going to pop on there because that gives me a stone back.
It does.
It was a cunning plan.
Aye, Baldric.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the money to be hiring anyone.
With the trade action,
Yes.
can you do it multiple times for more?
Yeah, so it's for every pair. For this one, for example, is every pair of things you get a gold.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn done.
All right. Move down here. I think my deck is very much leading me towards doing a bunch of trading actions. So I'm going to play this trader. I now have 5 trade icons I can move. So I'm going to move 1 to here. I will take the trade action because it would seem silly not to. So I'm going to gain 5 coins plus my trader. Whenever I do the trade action, I gain an extra coin. So I gain 6 coins. Is my interpretation is it's not a case of every time you take it. I think that's just the number of times.
Yes, I would agree with that. Yeah.
So that has happened. I cannot do anything else. I could recruit. In fact, I think I will recruit. I will recruit. I'll pay 1 to recruit this defender, who has the same power as your guy, Ross. So they will just go straight back into the deck and get shuffled up. And then I draw a self back up. That is the end of my turn.
Nice.
Ross.
Cool. Thank you.
This is fun. I like this.
Yeah, this is
good
so far. I'm just.
There's a lot to learn, but now we're into it, it's sort of playing fairly fast and fairly smoothly.
Yeah, it's sort of Architects of the West Kingdom. Architects, and actually all of these games, it feels like there's a lot to do, but actually the turns are really snappy, which I like.
If you just pick like one strategy as well to start with, one thing to do, then you can just kind of, at least in the first 2 turns, I think you will have got something to build a foundation. The pasta,
Pasta,
delicious pasta.
Spaghetti and gone.
The arrow left and right icon with the card.
Where are you looking? Sorry.
This
guy here.
Yeah.
That is, you can either rearrange your tableau, or you can gain. You can rearrange your tableau effectively. So you can put these into whichever order you want. So if you wanted to,
extend the life of something, for example.
Sorry.
You could extend the life of something.
So if Emma was at the end here, you can move her back to the beginning.
Yeah. Maybe not so useful for me right now, maybe, but.
As well, everyone moves across to the left.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone moves across to the left.
And then new card. Who is?
It's gonna be, I think.
I can see this playing so differently at the different player counts.
Yeah. Lender, I think.
Okay.
Which means I'm gonna move.
You can go up or you can go across.
Yes, I'm gonna go up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the trade action.
Okay.
And I'm going to gain 2 gold because I have my bonus 2 icons from here and the 2 icons on what's their face?
Nice.
My 2 gold. Then I don't think I want to recruit this guy with my last coin. Do I? I do. I mean, I don't think I actually want to take the action. You know what? Yeah. YOLO it. I'm going to take the guy at the top.
Yep. So you get to rearrange your people.
I probably don't want to, I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, that said, if you put your lender at the end, she drops off next.
Yeah, she does, and then I can. Can
Get her, but
Can I literally just?
yeah,
Cool.
not to take your turn for you, just pointing
No,
it
no,
out.
no, no, no. That is helpful. Thank you. I could have said no.
You have that option.
No, cool. That's that done. I recruited someone. My things haven't collided, and I draw back up. I'm done.
All right, Dom.
Okay. Everyone shuffles across. I am going to play out 3 years. So I have a movement of 3.
Nice.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to wind up there. Don't have the money to be dishing that guy. So I will just take the trade action. So I get 3 silver.
Yep, nice.
Right. Do I want to hire this miner?
Child labour is no joke.
But in the 900s, it probably wasn't
Yeah,
that.
but it wasn't actually. Yeah, looked fun.
Sure, why not? I'll pay 2 silver to hire the miner. So my morality goes 1 to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just draw for the end of turn. Nice.
Okay. I will move my guy to. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'm going to play Clovis. So Clovis moves me 1 space to the right, so it's not the best then, but he's a 3. So I can move 3 spots around, and I have a wild spot. I also get to recruit someone now for free, which is pretty handy. So I'm just looking at their various options. They are.
I'll think about my turn.
I will take the. I'm going to take this bishop. When I do that, I gain a debt.
That is a very evil-looking bishop.
That is a sinister bishop. I have gained a debt of sins, is what's happened there. So I have 2 debt cards, and I have 2 D.
When you take that action,
When I take that action, I move my. Yeah, he's not good, but he is pretty helpful for getting some of those cards. He's worth 2. Then I can move 3 places. So let's see. What do I want to do with my day? I've got 1 wild. I've got 1 inquell, but I've also got 5 trade effectively. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll do that. 1, 2, 3. I'll go here. I have more. I'll take the trade action. I effectively have 4, so I get to flip over a debt. So flipping over a debt means I can gain 1 of the resources. I'm going to get myself I'll get an inkwell, I think. No, I will get a stone. I will get a stone for later prosperity. do I want to hire the missionary? Yes, I think I do for 2. Which means I discard a card. I will get rid of my lender that's in my hand. And I can draw 2 cards. And this is the end of my turn. Ross.
Sure. So, lender dropped off the board.
Mhm.
That means I can flip over my deed.
Yep.
And then everyone else moves on. Dun dun. Right, and then that gives me 1 over, which is not so great for that. Probably my best bet. 1, 2, 3. Get into there. 3 is not great, but I've got the bonus coin, so I can get some more. Okay, cool. Yep. So I'm going to play the Financer. I think I'm going to bin Squire out of my hand.
Mhm.
She comes down. I gain the 2 coins. Oh, I can't take 2. Cool. Nice. And then I will move 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I will take the trade action. I will trade. I've got 3 icons plus 1 coin
Mhm.
for 2 stone. Nice. Okay, that didn't work as well. I don't know what's just happened then. Okay, cool. I think I've only taken 2 there. And then, do I want to hire this guy? I think I actually. Oh no, I just spent my 1 coin. That was stupid of me.
If it helps, you could have dismissed him to gain that item, and it would have cost you 2 coins. But you would have been able to discard another card from your hand. So
no, he would have. He just would have been maybe more useful in my hand than out than where he is. But it's fine, I think. No, it's right. Yeah, I won't hire him because I don't have the coin. Things haven't collided yet, and I draw back up with 2 cards. That was a slightly quicker turn we're getting there.
Okay, so me, Squire drops off to the discard pile. Others move along. And I'm going to play out the Journeyman. Yes. So that gives me a movement of 2. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to trade so I can get a stone for every 2 bags.
Yep.
So I'm going to gain 2 stone.
you can also spend a coin to gain an additional 1 because you have got 5 icons there.
You got 3 on this one, 2 on this one.
Yeah. No, I don't really.
Unless you want to hire the person in there as well, don't fall for the same trap that I did.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have my 2 stone. And a stone. Fine. Okay, so done my trading, gained my stone. Do I want to hire the jeweler? Sure, why not? So 2 coins, hire the jeweler. And who moves my morality again to the left? Dink. And then I draw a card for end of turn.
Okay.
Ooh, and that's the end of my deck. So presumably I shuffle up now, don't I?
You do it when the next time you need to draw.
Okay.
Right, it's my turn. So Ross?
Oh, is it not now? Oh, he has already drawn up to 3 cards.
Yeah, that was my last card.
Or 4 cards, right?
All right, so my journeyman falls off the end. I am going to be playing the defender. As part of my journeyman's hire, I get to hire someone for free, and I get to move my morality tracker 1 to the left. I'm going to hire this guy, the peddler, who also allows me to move my morality tracker 1 to the left. And as his ongoing effect when he's in place is that whenever anyone has a clash, I get a stone, which is pretty handy. Then my defender's ability is gives me a movement of 1, which is fine. I'm going to move 1 to here. And I am going to construct. Now I have 1 stone and a hammer and a wild. So I can build one of these 3 buildings. I think if I have no criminals, I can do that. Tons of clash. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to spend my stone. There. I'm going to build this icon, and I'm going to build a deck. So now whenever I hire a person, I can also discard a card from my hand. So just a nice way of getting through my deck a little bit more. And that got me a deed. We are getting through the, we've got 12 debts, 11 deeds left, which is interesting. And then I can hire someone if I want to. I could hire the conscriptor. I could hire the conscriptor. But 2, that gives me a wild. That's no, I don't think I will. But I am going to discard a card out of my hand. I'm going to discard the financier. So I can draw 2 cards. That's at the end of my turn.
Cool.
Ross.
Yeah. Hi. Yes. That is me. I think I'm gonna so Abbott falls off. Slides along. I will play the thief out, I believe.
Okay. So your black marker moves 1 to the right.
It does indeed. I will move 1 across here. I have 4 because the thief icon is a wild card, right?
Correct.
So I have 4 icons, which is 2 inkwells. And 2. I always forget to actually look to see what. Oh, I can have a coin for that anyway, so that's fine. I don't want to scrap or higher. Things haven't clashed yet, and I will drop. That was a very, very quick turn.
Right, Dom.
Yeah. Okay. Fly by labourer. You move along. Okay. So I'm going to play out my financier. So I can discard a card and I gain 2 silver.
Yep.
Okay. Let's discard the abbot and gain 2 silver. Right, so I've now got 3 movement. So I think I go 1, 2, 3, and do some trading. So for every bag I get a silver. I've got 6 bags, so I get 6 silver.
Nice.
Now, do I want to hire a stone cutter? Yeah, you know what? I think I do. So I'll put 2 silver back. And when he is hired, I can discard a card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've hired. No morality clashes. End of my turn. I would draw back to 4, so I need to shuffle up my deck.
Jeez. I haven't actually shuffled my deck yet.
You have.
Sort of, technically. Not emptied my deck yet. That's probably what I'm
Yeah, I'm coming up to the end of mine, so I'm going to have to soon.
Okay, and it's your go, Luke.
Yep. So Trader wanders off. Clovis and the defender go down. I think I'm going to play the Labourer. Yep, who lets me move 2. I'm going to go 1, 2 over to here. I am going to not have enough stone to build anything. Oh, right, I do. I've got 3 hammers because I've got a wild. Aha! All right, I might as well build my 3rd building then. I'm going to build that building. So I want to build somewhere I can get a free person. Or do I want to build it somewhere where I can get a... Yes, let's build it so I can get a free person. Because I like free people. Could go for the peddler again, because that's funny. No, I'm going to go for this artisan. So it goes to my deck. I get the discard card. I'm going to drop the thief into the discard pile there. So I now have built all 3 of those buildings. That's a good thing for me.
Yes.
Then so I've done that. I can now choose to buy a card based on where I am. I could just buy that guy. I might just buy that guy. So I am going to buy that guy. So peddler comes to me. My morality moves 1 to the right. And then I can... There's no clashes. I do have a thief in there, so I can't move my morality tracker. So I draw a card. It is the last card of my deck. So I'm going to flip this over. I've got 18 cards in my discard pile. That seems obscene.
You are... Do you get victory points for the number of followers you have?
No, but I do get a cluttered deck. Why am I not able to pick them all up as one? Nope, that's gone. That's worse.
They've just disappeared for me now.
Because I picked them
I
all
can see
up.
them again now.
That's right. This is kind of worked.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
So I will take my turn whilst you are correcting that. Though there is a pile missing now
There's a pile missing.
on the main board.
Fudge.
That might be why you had 18 cards in your deck.
Okay, bear with. Let me see if I can find ones which were mine.
It bought me time to think about my turns.
Yes, I did have that peddler. I did not have you. I did have that bishop. I did have the other peddler. I just bought that artisan. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. I don't think I didn't have you.
She comes off. These guys move over anyway. You know what? I started off really strong, and now I don't really know what my game plan is.
How are you moving the entirety of the deck, Ross?
Shift. If you hold shift, you click and shift and click, and then it moves. Should be able to pick up the whole.
No, mine's just pick up the bottom card for some reason. Weird. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the right one. I'm just gonna give it a shuffle because I know the order of that now. There we go. Oh, that's why. It's good.
That's changed my turn.
I only had 9 cards in my hand, not in my deck, not 18. That makes more sense. Things that happen when you play digital board games.
Yeah. It is always a danger. Oh, don't do that. That's me next thing stuff. Okay. 1, 2. You know what? I just don't I want to be right now. Kinda.
Fair enough.
More of a challenge. 2, 3. I could just get fake it until you make it with my 1, 2. Get a heap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a bunch more gold, and then just dump a bunch of workers into the thing in one go. Next turn, maybe. So I'm just talking out loud now.
Ed, fine. Ross is in a monologue. Is brought to you by Eat, Crit, and Survive. Subscribe today.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, indeed. Why not? Why not subscribe today?
Yeah, why not subscribe today? Okay, I'm gonna throw my traitor out. Move 2, 1, 2 onto the this spot.
So you also, because you have 2
yes.
symbols in there, that moves 2 to the right.
Yep, nice and dangerous. And then I don't have enough gold still, but I will take the trade action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll do 6 with my last coin.
Okay.
For 3 gold.
Nice.
2, 3, because it was kind of pointless having that 1 coin anyway, because nothing's worth 1 coin. Can't hire. Things have just about not clashed yet. And I need to drop.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So these drops off, which means I can discard a card and my morality shifts 2 to the left.
Yep. So we're all very close to having a crash at the moment.
Yeah. Who do I want to get rid of? Probably the fire. I don't seem to be doing much religious-y stuff at the minute. Okay. I'll then play out my labourer. So I've got movement of 2, so 1 up to the centre, 2 back to the outside. And I am going to build. So with my 1 hammer from the labourer and my 3 stone, I can actually get myself a building with cost of 4, I believe.
Nice. Yes, you can.
And I'm just going to check that people are reading this the same way I do. If I build this one,
yep,
that means I've just currently got an extra 2 bags on my board.
Correct. Something else that was a point of order that I did not I missed because I was looking at something else. This should have triggered because you and I have.
Yes.
So, Dom, you and I both gain a morality.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter because your crash would have happened this turn anyway had we done it in the right order. So
yeah,
something to be aware of. So where have you built over here?
I've put it on there, which means I get to flip a debt or a deed.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, now I'm going to flip over a debty.
All right, fair enough. Oh, bad daddy, oh, bad daddy, oh, that.
And I'm then going to hire the watchman.
The watchman. I am the walker on the wall.
He looks like being fairly useful. Draw back to 4. And that's my turn done.
So now we have a crash. We have a crash to resolve.
Ah, yes. I should have
So-
done it before. I should have
so-
resolved the crash before that, but never mind.
So, Dom, first of all, you gain 1 silver and 3 deeds.
Woo.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good because Ross and I, because we both have 1 or more criminals, we both gain a debt, which is bad for us.
Well, maybe. It just depends how the end game goes, doesn't it?
Well,
It's-
they only count positively for us if we flip them, because at the moment they're costing us 2 points each. So if we manage to flip them over, then yes, they're great.
Oh,
But
hang on.
What's-
Sorry. Flipping over, when I flipped over my debt, I should have gained 1 resource of any type.
yes. So inkwell, stone, or gold.
Oh, sorry, it's too late now, Dom. You can't.
All right. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going
What do I want?
to cross. I think.
Let's take the gold. Should I want the gold? Yeah.
All right. I am going to play my stonecutter. Let's move 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the spot over here. I am going to realize I don't have enough stone, which is going to make me sad. So I could, they're not particularly helpful, but I could get rid of them to gain 3. I will do that instead. I will pay a silver to dismiss this guy, who allows me to shuffle my discard pile over, which is just this person at the moment, which is a shame, but never mind. But it does mean I get 3 trade icons for this turn, which gives me a total of 5. I'll play another silver to give me 6, and then do the trade action, which gives me 3 stone as a result. So not gone the way I wanted it to, but it hasn't gone badly. Do I want to hire the illusionist? I recognize the illusionist. I have seen the illusionist before.
Or have you? Made an illusion.
No, it's the same artwork as for one of the characters in Paladins.
Yes,
Or
I know.
no, Architects. I will. I want to hire him, or do I want to leave him? Well, I can rearrange my thing. Doesn't necessarily help.
On the. Oh no, wait. Sorry, wait until Dom's taking his turn so he can be thinking what's.
You know what? I'm going to hire him because why not? Let's have an extra silver because that will do. I get to rearrange my people. I'm just going to switch my labourer and my stone cutter. In fact, no, I'm going to swap my stone cutter with my. I'm going to do that for reasons. I have apparently picked up 8 cards here for some reason.
Yep, we have taken the whole deck.
Draw 1. There we go. Things that wouldn't happen in a physical game, but never mind. I don't have any clashes. I have bought a card. I'm going to discard the Abbot. It's not being particularly relevant to me at the moment. And I get to draw back up to 4. Ross.
Yeah.
What's the question, first of all?
Oh, I mean, I guess wait. Can I ask it now? I can't remember what it was now.
You may as well.
No, I'm just trying to remember what my actual bloody question was. This is why I should ask the question at the time that I think of it.
Well, can't have been that important.
It didn't impact my turn this turn. I think it was just something I was curious about. So it will probably come back to me.
Was the question, how do I win?
It wasn't, but that is something I am pondering. Okay, do I just force myself to do a clash here to then do some other stuff? I'm going to gain a lot of debt, which is going to be kind of funny.
Why not? I mean, you are buying a house, so you're going into a lot of debt.
Well, that is also true.
You're going to need many hammers. And that's if you're building one.
Maybe that's the way to go next time, is just buy a plot of land, build your own house.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, honestly, if I had the money, it'd be so much easier. Right. That does clash then, because I played another.
Okay.
So I have 3 criminals up. So in fact, this goes off the board, and I
the whole stack goes over here. Yeah.
As it so happens, because it's so far off the board now, I'm beyond morality because I'm so evil, such a criminal.
You're actually now playing a different game. You're now playing Overlord of the West Kingdom.
Exactly.
So actually, because it has moved up, the entirety of both of those go over here. For the purposes of when it resolves.
Oh, does actually? Oh, okay.
Yes.
You're not just gonna do that. Right. So it sort of shoves the other one over.
Because they become one stack, they then move as one.
Oh, okay. That's kind of crazier than I thought it was going to be, but sure.
Ah, I did explain that, didn't I? I feel like I did.
Maybe. I'm going to be honest. There was a lot of rules at the beginning, and that was probably the smallest rule. I'm going to be honest there.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. To be honest, I'm not precious about it. So I can move 3 though. 1, 2, and 3. Upon doing that, I have 3 criminals, which are 3
things.
They're all priests all of a sudden. So I will grab this.
Yep.
Of which I will grab another stone for the resource from that. And what else? And
chuck everyone into the cathedral, into the castle. Oh, it's too late now. That's just what I thought.
I'm just trying to think about. Don't have any coins, so can't do that. That's fine. In which case, is that 7? Jesus.
That is 7, but it lets you play a castle for free.
Okay. Clash does happen now. So
yeah.
I gain 3 deck cards.
Yep, and 4 money. I'll get you 4 money.
Thank you.
There we go. Dom, you and I both get a deed because
we have no criminals.
Neither of us have a criminal.
Well,
I have a lot of deeds.
And then this resets.
Yep.
And then I draw back up.
Yep.
Draw. Make 1 stack. Deeds. Nah, that's not too easy.
I'm really hopeful that it's debts at the end of the game.
Yeah, right. Well, you need to flip them over. First. At the moment, they're just -8 points. So
yeah, I'm all right.
We have got 7 of each left.
Jeez, it's been done. So
right. So for me, the journeyman drops off. So I moved my morality to the left because I've reset to their starting positions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, what's that first symbol on the journeyman?
You get to hire anyone for free.
Anyone for free?
Yes, any one of the 5 visible.
Really strong.
Ooh, cool.
It's a pretty good ability.
Yeah, it's really good. Do you have to, or do you get to?
You get to.
Okay.
I can't imagine why you wouldn't, unless you would
You want to try and run a lean deck, I guess, is the only thing.
Yeah. Because you can scrap cards, but it is actually quite difficult to do.
Yeah.
I'll take a diplomat, I think. Do I get the effect of him?
Yes, you do. You get that top left ability.
Okay, so I get to rearrange my tab.
I've just seen the Thief's going to go through and I'm going to get another bloody deck card.
What's up?
The Thief is going to run off the end of my board. I'm going to get another deck card.
Yeah.
On the plus side, though, if you do... Oh, no, you don't have any deeds, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
In my head, I had a little bit of an engine, but... The triggering
me a
flipping
stone.
quite elusive. No, I do have a kind of strategy, maybe. I'm just worried the game's going to end before I can kind of do anything with it.
1, 2, and let's do some building. So 2 hammers plus 1 stone.
Did you say if 2 Viscounts end up in the same spot, something happens?
Yeah, so if one lands on top of the other, the player who gets landed on gets to rearrange their
the tableau. Yeah.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
You just had a horse stamp on you.
Yeah.
Right, I will gain another deed.
What was my question going to be earlier?
It's like at the moment, no one is really getting any points for these deeds or deck cards at the end for the most scored.
Got them stacked up but not flipped.
Yeah.
Now, do I want to hire a woodcutter?
At least I have some actual bloody points now.
Sure, why not? Get hired, woodcutter. And make me more moral, apparently. Okay. That is my turn done.
All right. My stonecutter falls off the end of the board, so I get 2 more stone. Gives me 5, which is handy. So I'm going to move this person here. I'm going to put the peddler down. The peddler is ongoing effect. Whenever there is a clash, I gain a stone. Would have been really helpful in the last 2 rounds, but never mind. And I have a movement of 2. Where do I want to end up? Yeah, okay. I'm going to spend a silver to advance my Viscount 1. So actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Scrap that. Ignore me. Viscount's going to go 1, 2. Go up here. I am going to build as my action. I have 7 construction because I also have 5 stone. So those go away. And I am going to build a palace, which means I have a perma hammer. Which is pretty good. So I put my hammer there, which means I get to move my morality tracker 1 to the left, which means I have a clash. What's up?
No, it's fine.
Say no before you forget.
No, I just could have done my strategy slightly differently. It might not have been as detrimental as it was. So it's fine. It's all right.
Okay.
I'll probably lose, but it's fine.
So I now have a perma hammer, and that's worth 6 points to me at the end, which is always nice. Then we go through. I can hire this person if I wanted to. No, I will not. They have got, that is a weird nose. And their fingers, actually, to be fair. The Lookout has got some odd fingers. But I can discard a card. I'm going to discard the Financier because she has never appealed to me. So she is going away. Clash now happens. So I take, it goes here. So I get a coin and I get 2 deeds. If you have a criminal, then you're you move your tracker 1 to the right, the black tracker.
Yeah.
I did not pick up my deed.
I don't, so I get I think get to move my morality tracker 1 to the left.
I think you do, yes. I'll double check it. I'm fairly certain you're right.
Is it just based on that thing?
Yeah.
So you don't move it. You don't move it because it did trigger for that column.
Oh, is it when you have a clash? I don't know.
No, so the bottom half of your clash is that if you have more than one criminal, you move the tracker to the right.
Dom's point is that he has his ability uncovered, like I do here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
right with you
I will double check though.
No, I think maybe that's just when.
Is it only when it happens on your turn?
I'm not sure, but that seems to make more sense.
Okay, we'll house rule it for that, and we'll say that. So I don't have any criminals either, so mine will automatically move forward one space after that, and then I can draw up to 4.
No, hang on. It must trigger when it's not my one. Otherwise, there'd be no point to it, would there? Because after a clash, they reset.
Yeah, but after the clash, it then moves one after the clash has happened. So it basically starts one to the left.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Well, how should it as that? So.
We may come across that being wrong, and someone will probably correct us. But yeah, because it doesn't say when any player resolves a collision. I think it's just when you resolve one. So that is the end of my turn. Ross, it is your turn.
Sure. This drops off. These move up. I'll play the foreman. When I get to play, make either scrap or discard a card. I might actually scrap a card.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to scrap the labourer because it's basically a worse version of the foreman.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to throw him up here. I can move 2. I will move 1 and 2 to here. I will then take the build action. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with my all my stone. I've been collecting since literally turn 1, I think. I might just keep going hard down the inkwell route and stuff. So I will build this, and I will build it on here.
Yep.
And when I do that, I can flip over another debt.
Gaining an inkwell?
Oh, in fact, sorry, I forgot to gain a debt when I
oh yeah, when the thief fell off.
When the thief fell off, yeah. Oh, and a coin, in fact. Oh, you know what, Ross, just take a breather. Just take a breather. I have moved. I'm going to scrap the cards in this area for one.
Okay. Gotcha. I understand. I see what you're doing. So you basically don't use a stone.
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you that stone back. But it also means you get to flip over your discard pile.
Yes. So I'll do that.
Take him away. Oops.
Shuffle. Then I will do the build action.
Yep.
Then I will maybe recruit this guy.
Yeah, you would absolutely trust him to build a house for you.
Yeah, definitely. Cost 3. Oh, I don't want more fucking debt, though, do I?
Sure you do.
I retract my statement. That is not going to be helpful to me. I have not clashed, and I will draw 2 cards from my newly shuffled deck.
Okay.
Also, with that, I'm going to go to the toilet quickly as well.
On to me then. So, financier drops off. They move along.
Mm-hmm.
Who should I have this time? You know what? I'm going to, for the first time in the game, play a criminal.
Ooh.
Have my thief. So that shifts my morality off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and gives me 1 movement. So, move round to there. I'm going to pay 2 coins to bin the conspirator.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry?
get an extra criminal icon.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I get to discard a card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as I've effectively got 4 hammers, I think I'll do some building.
I'm back.
No worries.
Okay, what shall I have? So I could have all discarding costs being just 1 silver. That's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or have the
Move.
option of adding 1 to my movement. Well, that could be useful. So yeah, I'll have that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to build in the lake because why not?
Sure.
And I get to flip over a deed or
I think you have to actually. Sorry, I don't think I explained this particularly well. I think when you build, you have to build in the side of the card that you are, because it's separated. Technically, you're in this section. It's separated by this river. I think that's my fault.
Okay.
I didn't explain that.
But
we don't share a benefit here. It's just
no. Yeah, no. Okay, I did really want to do that. So can I retrospectively pay 1 extra silver to move on?
Yes, absolutely.
Could I pick my resource when I flipped over my deck card?
Yes. Yeah, you got an inkwell.
Did someone actually give me an inkwell? Because I think I had 2 to start with.
Right. So now I get to flip over my deed. Flip.
Oh, I remember what my question was. Oh, thank goodness. Right.
Okay.
It's because I had a series of things. Sorry, Dom, I need to ask this question now before I forget.
Yeah.
So, Dom has 2 meeples on that first row.
Yes.
And you said when there's 3 meeples there, it triggers. Is that 3 meeples of your colour or just 3 meeples in general?
3 of his own colour. If there were 4 in total, then 1 gets kicked out. Something slightly different happens when there's 4 in.
So, okay. That was going to, because my follow-up question was going to be, how do you decide who moves up and who moves where if you're just adding in? But it's better to add in that number. Cool, thank you. That was good. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay, so right, back to my turn. I've done my building. Yeah.
I realise I haven't had dinner. So,
really?
Yeah, I thought, let me grab an apple on my way.
No morality clashes. So it's just drawing. Cool.
What picture are you going to draw?
Ha ha ha. Okay.
If there's more than 3 workers in any, regardless of colour, on any of the first or second tier sections, if there are, they must bump a number of workers until only 3 remain. The current player decides which workers are bumped off, including their own. For each one that is bumped off, you get a benefit that is shown on the scorecard.
Yeah.
So it's 2 silver per worker if it's in the first layer. If it's in the second, you move 1 to the left and you get the free resource.
Basically, if I added 1 to where Dom is, I can choose to push my 1 upper layer and his 1's out.
No, because it has to be 3 of the same colour to advance that.
Right, okay. Yeah.
All right, so my Bender falls off the board. I could recruit someone. I think actually I'm going to scrap someone from my deck. So I'm going to have a quick look through the deck to scrap someone. Okay. There's no one in my deck that I wanted to scrap. That's unfortunate. So reshuffle those. You know what? I'm going to scrap the squire. When you dismiss someone from your player board, you do gain the money for it. So I think Ross, you should have got 2 money for your labourer.
Oh, okay.
Don't think it changes anything of how things happen, but I get rid of my squire. I don't need him anymore. Discard from my hand. I will play the artisan as my thing. So I have 3 hammers plus a stone. So I can move 3 as well. Let's see, where do I want to go? 1, 2, 3. I could scrap another card from the high 1 inch. Or I could do that again. Deed. 3 gets me there, or that. Do that, which is useful. I've got 3 movement. Or I could go and okay. I will go 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3. I'll go here instead. Because either way, this gets me some stuff. So I am going to take the build action. I have 3 hammers on my board plus a stone. So I'm going to spend my stone. I build one of my 4 buildings. I am going to. Do I want the +2 to the trade, or do I want the perma dismiss for 1? I go for the dismiss for 1. I'm going to place it here, get myself an inkwell. And then Dom and I both get to advance our morality, 1 to the left. Move our white marker.
La-dee-da.
La-dee-da. I will hire that person because I need to get in on the worker game. So she comes into my deck. I move my morality 1. The aristocrat comes into my discard pile. That goes up by 1, and then I can discard from my hand. I discard the thief, and then I can draw. I have no clashes. I have no criminals, so I can move my thing 1 to the left. In fact, Dom, you oh no, you had a criminal last round, so it doesn't matter. Actually, no, we've been playing that if it's when it's a clash happens. Never mind.
Yes.
I'll put it back. I feel like I've misinterpreted it, but it doesn't matter. I've made that mistake. We're going to live with it for the rest of this game. I will double check it later.
Oh, are you saying just when you get to that step?
I think it's when you get to that step, you are able to move it 1 if you have no criminals.
But then I would presume
That would make sense.
Only for you and not for everyone as well.
Yes.
Otherwise, that would allow more play again. That would chain and be mad.
That would, yeah. So it's rather than it being a clash, it moves on your turn, which actually makes a lot more sense. But if that was the case, Dom would have had it a few turns previously, and we've missed it. So we shall leave it for now. And then I will draw 3 cards. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Right. My trader comes off to the end, and I get a resource. I will grab a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else moves up. I think I'm going to play my delicious pasta. Danny just turned around and looked at me at the mention of pasta, which is just incredible. Not the type of pastel rather than pasta.
You haven't had dinner, so that could have been.
Danny has. I haven't. So
yeah, I mean, you could have been asking Danny to make you some pasta. Delicious.
It could have been asking Danny to make delicious pasta.
You get to rearrange or scrap or discard 2 cards from your hand.
I think I'm going to rearrange. I think that is the better option for me. So I think my foreman goes last. This guy goes here. I'm just trying to think about counting turns. This is kind of important. I think I need them this way around. That might work out for me. I can't be bothered to do the
numbers.
Look through the thousands of futures ahead and see what's going on. But I get 1 movement.
You're not Doctor Strange again.
I'm not Doctor Strange again. No, not at all. So I end up here. With 1 movement, I will use 1 inkwell, and I would take the what's my jiggy action?
Scribe action.
Thank you. And I will take this one because I have 1 bonus from the building, 1 criminal, and 1 extra from my pasta. And then am I doing some old? I don't want that guy. Did I want to scrap the guy? Not for 3. That's kind of expensive. I've done the action. Don't want to hire that guy. I do not. I'm not clashing at this point, and I draw up. Before I draw up, the one that I drew, it has
Yes.
lightning bolt with 2 meeples on it. Do I put 2 meeples on the zone where I am?
I would believe so. Be where you. I'll check. Hold on.
Don't mind doing that. That's probably where I would have.
Place the indicated number of workers for free on any one first-tier section of the castle. So you can put it anywhere.
Yes, I could put it anywhere, couldn't I?
Obviously, you do that when you play the card, not now.
What? No, I've gained the card then.
Which cards did you just gain?
This one here.
Oh, the manuscript. Sorry. I'm with you.
So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to. Okay, I think I'm going to put them here.
Okay. That makes sense because you want the benefit when it goes up.
Yes.
So.
That's me done.
Okay.
Okay, so labourer drops off my board. The others.
Late in the game for me to mention this, but I think one of the things I've heard most about this game is that the castle strategy is one of the big point scorers at the end.
Yes, I would imagine it actually is. Yeah.
None of us have gone for that at all, so it doesn't really matter at this point. I think I've actively dismissed the card that would get me into the castle.
Okay, let's pop down a lender. Gives me 1 movement. Over there. Do some trading. So I've got 3 bags into skull, which means I can have 4 bags. So I'll gain 4 silver.
Okay.
So that's action. I don't want to hire the swindler. So I just need
such an innocent sounding name, isn't it? That why wouldn't you hire them? Occupation, swindler. Yep.
Okay, so that's just end of turn. So I need to flip over and shift up my deck to draw my new card.
Right.
Okay.
Over to me. My labour meanders off the edge of the board. I'm going to be playing the peddler. And that's when anyone has a clash, I get stuff. I haven't had a clash for a little while. So I can move 2. I'm going to go 1 down and then up 2. I'm going to take the trade action. I have 7 money bags. I'm going to spend silver money bags to get myself. I'm going to spend money bags. I'm going to sell Monopoly to get that. So I get to flip over 2 cards. I'm going to flip over both my debts, which means I get 2 free inkwells. Which is great. Can't do anything for this person. Do I want to do anything else? There's nothing else I can do. We've already said that we've misplayed that the entire game, so we're not worrying about that bit. I can discard a card from my hand, so we can get rid of the trader. So I can draw up to my hand limit. Nice. Okay, Ross.
Sure.
Oh wait, I could have scrapped him, discarded him for 1. There's no point. It doesn't make any difference to my turn. I forgot I had that ability. Carry on.
Sure. I will. I think my best move is to probably play the lender.
Yeah.
I hope I can get it off the edge of the board and flip some of these cards over. That's going to move me 1 around the edge. I still have 3 religion, so I will take that action. I will grab this book. I will gain a deed.
Yep, nice.
I will hire this guy for 1.
Uh-huh.
And when I do, I get to rearrange the order of the
Nice.
board again. So I'm going to throw my lender in on the end. Oh, no, in fact, ignore me. It's a bit annoying that he's a bloody criminal because I kind of don't want him there, but the ability I'm going to need to keep so that I can maybe stack some more points. Pastor can stay there. Okay, I think that's the way I want to do that. Yes. Yes. And then I drop.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay. Stonecutter falls off the end. They move along. Let's play out the squire. So that would normally allow me to go 1, 2. Because I've got my thing uncovered, I can go 3 and come round to there.
Yep. So Ross, you can rearrange your tableau if you like.
I already have. That does mean have I changed my mind since then? I don't think so. I think.
Have you changed your mind in the last 30 seconds?
I think let's stick it where it is.
Right. So, in theory, I could put 3 workers onto that pie of the castle.
Correct.
What would happen if I did?
So if you put 3 workers onto the pie of the castle, you would move 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 up. So you'd have 1 here, 2 left over here, and 1 here.
Whereas if I just put 1 on, 1 moves up anyway.
Correct. But remember, each worker that is in the castle is worth points at the end.
Ah, yes, that's a good point. Okay, so I've got 1 noble thing from my squire, effectively 1 from the thief, and I can spend a gold for the 3rd.
So that would add 2 people in.
Oh yeah, 2 people. Yes.
Yeah.
I was getting my numbers mixed up.
Yeah, it's a little hard to read, that one, to be fair. Those numbers need to be black, I think.
I think the meeples need to have like black outlines on them. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the icon is very gold as well, so it also blends in together. Anyway, no matter.
So 2 have moved into there. So 1 gets to move up, and 1 gets pushed sideways.
Yeah, so 1 on each side goes either way. So that goes there. So
Right,
you now get to hire someone for free or scrap a card and gain its cost.
Yeah. No, I am going. Ooh. Oh, shit. I thought I knew what I was going to have. Yeah, I will take the observer.
Mm-hmm.
So I am allowed to rearrange my tableau if I want to. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder if the lender is going to go before the thief.
I'm just going to go to the end. Yeah. I'll pop the thief back to the beginning. That seems like a
That seems wise.
good plan. Okay. So that was my action.
And recruit. Oh no, that was a separate thing. Never mind.
Yeah, so I can also recruit the one on this space for 3 coins.
You could.
Which I think I will. I will have the artist, who is going to allow me to discard a card.
Nice.
Okay, bye-bye. Jeweler. Yeah, end of round, draw cards. Done.
All right, I'm going to, my peddler falls off the edge of the earth. I'm going to be playing my bishop, who has the ongoing effect of whenever I do the manuscript action, I move my morality 1 to the dark side. I can move 3. So I go 1, 2, 3. I end up over here. He gives me 2 holy stuff. I have 4 inkwells, and I'm going to spend my last coin, to scrap that guy off and gain a criminal icon. So I have 7, so I can write that big old manuscript. And I get my first manuscript points. And it allows me to build a castle anywhere on the board, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to build this inkwell castle because I've done nothing to go into the castle, so I'm not going to bother. I don't think. Where is going to be best for me to place this? I'll place it there and shuffle my people around. So that's not the most helpful thing in the world. I did do a transcribe action, so I do advance my thing to the dark side. Where do I want to place it? I will place it here, where I can flip over a deed or a debt. So I'm going to flip over one of my deeds. So I have 2 flip deeds. Every single manuscript. I think
you could do less than I was expecting initially. As in, it feels like some of the other games of the series that you kind of want to dip your toe into a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
With this one, it feels like you can maybe only pick like 2 things to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at the stacks of cards right now. Although it's but it's basically going to be like the next clash is pretty much going to be the end of the game. It feels like, based on the fact that, and not everyone has done. Not even one person has done a little bit of everything yet.
No, I think West Kingdom is very much like that as well. I think it means you focus on one thing first.
Yeah.
And then you can use that to sort of benefit you in other ways. All right, I've had to flip my deck over and draw so I can draw back up. That is the end of my turn.
Sure.
So
my lender comes off. When that happens, I can flip a debt over. I'm going to select a gold, I think, for that.
Okay.
Because I have the debt collector ability.
You can also flip over a deed.
I'll flip over a deed. And then I will continue to select financer. I will take 2 coins, and I will scrap a card, which will be the 5th card, because I'm kind of over drawing deck cards at this point, and having that there. So that means I've got 3 movement. In fact, I don't want to scrap this one here. Scrap my other card. Do I care about this guy?
You scrap where you end up.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I haven't moved yet. 1, 2, and 3 to move here. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's fine actually because I've got a bit more flexibility then. I won't scrap there. I'm going to do some transcribing.
Okay.
I have 3 available things there, so I'll do that. I'll give me to flip that. And that means I get to flip another deck card.
Nice.
I will take another gold.
Mm-hmm.
This is madness. Yes, I will do that. I have 3 yellow books, so I get to take the bonus yellow Cleric card.
Do.
Which means for the rest of the game I have the
Firma symbol.
The further symbol, yep. I don't want to hire this person because I'm fed up with criminals. I definitely have not clashed, and I will draw 2 cards up. I think that's me.
Okay.
Did I do everything then? I think I did. Yep.
Right, done.
Okay. So lender drops off. I can flip a deed.
Is there any bonuses for resources, etc. at the end of the game?
I will check.
It's not on the. It's not on the victory points card.
It's a tiebreaker.
It's a tie.
Both remaining silver and resources at the end.
Because I have a lot of silver resources, and I should probably use some of them.
Yeah, you did.
You can also rearrange your tableau again. I've popped onto the same space as you.
Oh, in which case I will swap these around. In fact, and this one around.
Right, so 2 meeples on there. Means I've now got 3, so 1 goes off that way, 1 goes off that way, 1 goes up, and I get a stone and an inkwell.
Nice.
I don't want to hire the scoundrel.
Who does?
So let's just draw a card. Yeah. Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Right, my artisan goes off to the end, so I get to flip over a deed. We've got a stack of deeds and debts over there. These guys trot along slightly. I'm going to play the abbot. So I can move 2. I'm going to go 1, 2 over here. Really careful, you're drunk. Never ride a horse drunk, kids. I'm going to buy this manuscript for free because I have 3 prayers. Technically I have 4, but I didn't need them. So I get to flip over another deed. I could have dismissed the missionary for fun, but I'm not going to. I can discard a card. I could hire the missionary. I want to hire the missionary. No, I think I'm pretty happy with my deck as it is at the moment. So I will discard Clovis though, who I got right at the beginning because he is. I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you, Ross, as the criminals are not necessarily going to help me at this moment in time.
No.
I am drawing up. That is the end of my turn.
Can you tell me what this means on this one? Is it victory?
That is an end game scoring effect. You get points
criminals
in your deck, I think.
I don't really know actually. I feel like I've got a lot of criminals in the deck, but I think it's only 3, and I just keep drawing them basically.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, the deck collector, I've just been like nudging into the right position every single time.
I would say that is criminals per. That's per criminal in your deck.
Yeah. Okay. Everything moves along. I just don't think he's necessary right now. So I'm going to play the abbot to get that out. Yeah, probably. I'm going to go 1 and 2. Then
there's a rule that I forgot right at the end of the book, which probably means that we should have been doing more clashes.
Oh.
Whenever you draw cards and your draw deck is empty, you shuffle your discards into a new deck. At that point, if you have one or more criminal icons on your board, you gain corruption. If you have none, you gain a virtue. It says players are reminded of this in your player board, but I do not see that anywhere.
Yes, it's the warning symbol red with the
Oh, is that what it is?
arrow. I think that's what that is.
Oh, well, never mind.
I think.
I thought that was just to remind you, you gained one when you
played
one. Played a card.
Oh no, it's on the player aid card. It's on this one here. Oh, never mind.
Okay. I've changed my strategy quite a lot because I have been hurt by criminals, but that would have been like drastic, I think.
Yeah. There would have been a lot. Would have been a lot of. The game would have finished a lot sooner as well.
Yes, yeah. So I am. Yeah, I'm here. So I already have one of these golden symbols, and I will have one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Gold. So I'm going to do with this now, which means I can put down 4 meeples, I believe.
Yes, although you didn't need to pay all 8 golds if you had 1 symbol.
Sorry, say again.
So the gold counts as symbols. If you already have 1, you didn't need to pay all 8. You could have had just 7.
No, I counted all of them up. I had 7 and I was already adding on.
Copy, understood.
So I can put 4 onto this space here.
Yes.
So, how, please?
Yeah, so I will double check how this one works. So here's how it works.
And hopefully this don't get stitched myself up here, but I think it should be.
So first you resolve any castle movements. You see if you have 3 or more workers in the first tier section, which you do. 1 moves up.
Yeah.
1 moves to the left, 1 moves to the right.
Left and right.
You still have 3 in that section. So 1 moves to the left, 1 moves to the right, 1 moves up.
Okay, just as a thing, I flipped another debt.
Yep.
So I gain another resource. I would choose an ink on in this instance.
Okay. So you get to do the same again. So you move 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 moves up. So you can flip over another debt.
Moves up. I will flip over another debt, and I'll gain another ink ball.
I am now heavily invested in making sure that the debt pile runs out first.
Yeah, I thought that might come up eventually.
I changed my plan a little bit.
Cool. I'm finally on the castle as well, so I'm actually,
Yep.
scoring points in that regard, which is really good. Where did I get to? Okay, I took that action. Do I want to buy this person? I don't think I do.
The antagonist. That's pretty powerful, to be fair.
I could have scrapped them, picked another person. Oh no, I couldn't have done that, in fact.
You could have done it, you would have had 2 gold left over if you'd dismissed them.
Yeah. But it's fine. I didn't do it, so don't worry about it. Okay. What was I doing again? That's me done, I think. I draw 1 card.
Done.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I should have moved. I just realised I should have moved my evil marker 1 space closer because I did a manuscript action last turn. I know. Imagine forgetting actions and stuff.
Exactly.
It's not like it's 10 to 11 at night.
Exactly.
Worth a go. Yeah, okay. Squire drops off. Let's pop down the fire and move my morality along.
Nice.
And that gives me 2 movement. One and 2. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. So I am going to trade because I have my 2 extra bags in my building, so I can gain 1 gold.
Nice.
I don't have the money to hire the man. My morality hasn't clashed, so I just draw a card.
Alright, my turn then. The peddler goes off the end of the board. My bishop moves up, and I will play the.
Cheers, Johnny.
Oops, not 2 cards. I will play the aristocrat. So the aristocrat, I can either scrap a card or I can just discard one from my hand. I am going to. I'm just going to discard the labourer. I say for now. It's all that's going to happen. I get a movement of 2, so I'm going to go 1, 2.
I can claim them later.
Yeah, exactly. I have 3 actions, so I'm going to gain this one, this manuscript, which means my white moves 1. But I also have. Hang on. Order of operations here, because this does make a difference. My bishop's ability is whenever I take that action, my black moves 1 to the right. However, by claiming that manuscript, my thing moves to the left. Either way, this is going to cause a crash. But they both will move. So do I...
The action first before you collected the reward?
So the black one goes first, and then the white one moves it to the left.
There we go. If players ever gain both corruption and virtue at the same time, they must resolve the corruption movement first.
Oh, okay, so it worked out.
Thank you. So it does work out that way. Okay, so we have a crash, which we'll deal with in a moment. So I've got that. I also get to claim the white Cleric bonus cards, because I forgot that was a thing. And I have a permanent hammer, which is always nice. So I now have 2 hammers.
Nice.
And some bonus points, which is always good. I mean, it's nothing for set collection, but it's still something.
3 points.
It's 3 points. I just felt like I got into that Cleric game quite late. All right, so...
I didn't drive hard enough in the Cleric game. I started off quite strong with it and then kind of went, oh, what's these other shiny things? And then...
yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
All right, so that has happened. I can then... go through the card stuff. So I can buy someone. I could buy this guy. I will not, because I don't have any money. And I can... so we've been playing it with the clash happens. So I get a deed. Do either of you have a criminal?
I have 1 criminal.
Yeah.
Then dark marker moves to the right.
Yeah.
By 1. So Dom has a crash, but that will happen. That will resolve.
No, I've already moved mine.
Oh, you've already moved it. Fine.
Yeah.
Then we move everyone back, and then because of the way that we've played it in this game and this game only, because we've screwed that up, this moves 1 to the left because I have no criminals. Pretty much just for the sake of consistency at this point.
Yes.
All right, that is the end of my turn. Ross.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. This guy comes off. Everyone moves over. I'm going to play Emma. I'm just trying to make a points decision based thing, whether this is actually worth getting,
Mhm.
or better worth committing to set collecting. And I think the answer is set collecting instead. Because I'm pretty sure I only have can I look through? I'm guessing I can look through my discard pile at any time.
Yes.
I only have one card there, so yeah. So it's only worth 3 victory points, but I think if I can get another, oh sorry, 4 technically because of the thing. But I think it's better that I go for the set collecting element. So, oh, have I actually screwed up by playing Emma then? Hold on. I have. Am I allowed to retract my Emma play? Is anyone opposed to that? Anyone?
What was that? Sorry.
Am I allowed to retract my Emma play? Card play?
No, it doesn't really make any difference, does it? Other than we know that she's in your hand.
That is true. And I'm just going to do this because that just means I can just go 1, 2 because I actually started counting rather than. I can't see a way I could get there with 3. Otherwise, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then I need a 4th.
You could spend a silver to move an extra space.
Oh. Oh, in which case then, yeah, that does make sense. I should retract what I did then. I was here 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Wait, how did I do this? 1.
You started here and you're going here, yes? You moved 3.
2,
don't need
3,
to.
1 with an extra silver, yes.
Yes, 1, 2. Yes, because it would have been 2 otherwise. Yes, you're right. Fine.
Okay, and then at that point I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so I'll do that. And taking a guess at this symbol here.
You can scrap a card and you move your morality 1 to the right.
Okay.
1 to the left.
I will do that. I will definitely move 1 morality. And then I will look at my 2 cards and decide which one I want to scrap. In fact, before I do that, do I want to get this? Might hire her in a second. Okay, makes sense. I will get rid of my squire.
Okay. Goodbye, Squire.
There's the power somewhere, isn't it? And then I will buy the missionary. Probably isn't going to come back up, but just in case it does. I feel like was that you? Someone else who grabbed that? Yeah, it is.
Yes, I was just having a look.
No, it's fine. I just felt like I was going to dump cards or whatever somewhere. It's no clash for me. I draw 2 guts. I can't. There is only 1. I will draw this card, and then I will, shuffle.
All right.
Okay.
Gentlemen, it's your turn.
Yeah, my thief drops off the end, which is a bad time to be picking up a debt, I suspect.
Yeah.
So
there's 5 debts left, 3 deeds. So
I do get a silver. Okay. Along goes diplomat. Along goes friar. What shall I have? Yeah, let's have the journeyman, who I'm still convinced is planning how to kill the Batman. Okay, so that gives me a movement of 2.
Yep.
1, 2. I've then got a bonus movement. Hang on, no. There's probably a better way of doing this, isn't there?
Depends where you're planning to go.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, 1, 2. I get the +1 from my building ability to take me to there, and then I'm going to pay a silver to gain 1 more movement.
Where did you end up? Sorry. Oh, there you go. It's over there.
There we go. Yeah.
Sorry, it just stopped over here. I was confused.
Okay. So 2 bags for a stone. So I'm going to do some trading. So I get 1. Currently get 1, 2 stone. Yeah, I'll pay an extra silver to gain a 3rd stone.
Okay.
Okay. Not doing anything with the charlatans. So yeah, I just draw my card.
Right. Bishop falls off the end. Those move down. I'm going to be playing the thief. So I advance up that evil track because I am being evil. I have 1 movement. I'm going to go here. I don't have the money to dismiss that person, which kind of ruins my day a little bit, actually, having done that. May I have a retcon too?
I don't mind. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's.
All right, in which case, I'll do that instead.
There's not been any randomization, has there? So.
No, I will do my journal instead. So I went from here, I went 1, 2, I went here.
Yeah.
I have 1, 2, 3 money bag symbols, so I will get 3 silver. And that is the end of my turn. I think I will discard Trader. And I'll draw 2 cards into my hand. Ross, your turn.
Cool. My deck collector finally drops off.
Yay!
Sad to see. Right.
Hopefully you're getting the most benefit out of him because you didn't have that many
No,
deeds.
to be fair, I didn't debt or deed anymore, but he did pay off for I think 1 definitely. Okay, I'm gonna play my journeyman. I think I haven't really made a plan much beyond that though. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that's kind of okay. So I literally it's the squeezing every single point situation right now. Oh, that actually might be a really good shout. Yeah, okay. Sure. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Is it worth me building one of these or getting more of them? Three. I'm going to pay a coin to go the extra bit.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to. I think I can do. Yeah, I got 3 crosses out, plus I will spend 1 stone.
Yep.
With Emma's ability, which I think is literally actually only the first time I've used that ability.
Yeah, it is.
Which means I can then grab that. I'll pick a building in a second because I don't think that impacts. Oh no, that might impact.
Oh, by the way, when you scrapped your squire in the last round, did you gain the money for it?
I did not know.
So that's 2. I'll give you. You carry on.
Yeah, I do forget about that bit. Which means I get to build a building. So either I can, when I gain someone, I can discard someone. When a clash happens, I move straight away over. Or I can gain, I mean, I'll just gain a bloody extra card for once, where I know that's probably going to be the best shout. Oh, this is actually genius, Ross. I've actually just unintentionally been a bit genius. I think. Okay. Yeah, I will build something then.
Okay. Build it anywhere.
I can build it anywhere. I think. I'm gonna. What's this one again?
So that symbol means that both of us would get to place a worker into the cathedral somewhere.
Oh, this is even more genius. Okay, I'm going to go here.
Okay.
So I get the benefit here.
Yes, you do. So you get to move 1 to the white.
And then we both get to place a meeple somewhere, yeah?
Yes, I'm going to go here.
So then I will place a meeple in... Oh, but if I place it in here, then I get 1 up here?
Yes, you would.
Oh, this is actually hard decisions. If I place 1 here, 1 goes up here, and it pushes stuff to the... If it pushes, it over pushes, doesn't it?
That one to the left, that one to the right. So they go one way around.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant the morality situation.
It would push you 2 that way, which means you would have a clash.
Oh, my, sorry, guys. This is pretty... yes, I will put 1 here.
Okay.
Then, so that triggers that here, and here, and here.
Yep.
And 2 to the right on here. So that triggers that. Cool. So then, that was my action.
Yep.
Do I want to gain this person? I don't. Clash has happened.
Yes.
So I draw a deed.
Yep. Neither of us have got any criminals, so we do not move our
thing over. Cool. And then I draw back up.
Yep. And then these 2 reset as well.
And they reset. Thank you. I draw 2 cards. Whoa, we've got 4 cards, guys. You guys have had it the entire time.
But had it the whole. I think we both had it literally the entire game.
This is incredible.
Dom.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it's a little late to point out now because so many other things have happened. But if you had taken that card, you've put 1 in here, you would have gained this card and had a 5th card in your hands. That's a bonus 5 points.
Okay. It's okay.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It's extra 5 extra victory points as well. To be fair, but
we are very close to the end of the game.
Yeah, I kind of, in the interest of trying to encourage the game along, I think I'm trying. I don't mind missing on those 5 victory points.
Okay.
It's been fun, but also it's game.
This is a fun game. I like this.
This is good. Yeah. It's less deck buildery than I thought it would be. It's an element of the game, but it's not.
Yeah.
The
rondelle is the main thing, isn't it?
On that goes.
Oh, I'm leaning forward so much now to like focusing on getting back.
Okay, so one goes up,
I can't wait for some dinner after this.
one goes round that way, and one goes round that way.
Mhm.
I either get a card for free or I can scrap one. Anything pretty good out here? No, nobody that good. So I can scrap the cards from my hand or deck. Is that it?
Yes.
Right. What have I got left in my deck? Yeah, okay. So if I get, so this is being lost forever. Yeah.
Which one's that, sorry?
But whichever one I choose to scrap goes
Yes,
in the
it is
lost.
destroyed forever. Yeah, it's gone forever, but you gain the money for it.
Okay, bye bye Abbott. But I will have 2 money.
I feel like I've not really like zoomed in much on Dom's player board during this stream because obviously his turn is right after mine.
Yeah,
And
you've been sorting stuff out.
I'm like laser focused on like planning my next move. Then I'm like, come to Dom's board, and he's like, "Yep, cool, my turn's done." I'm like, right, okay, I guess I'll.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not hiring the racketeer, so yeah, I'm just drawing back up and ending my turn. Okay.
All right. Abbott goes away, Aristocrat goes along, Journeyman comes through. I will play my criminal. So now I get that darkness. I go here. Ross, you get to move your person.
Oh.
You get to rearrange your board.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But whilst you're doing that,
Done.
okay. I am going to spend 1 to dismiss this person. So they just go up here, and I get 2 skull symbols. So I basically have. I'm now going to do the castle action. So I'm going to put 2 into the castle.
Nice.
So I have 3 gold. So 1 goes over here. So we're going to do some boosting animate. This guy goes up. This guy goes over here. I can flip over this deed.
Nice.
Nice deed collection going on there. And I can boot 1 out of the castle from this layer. I am going to boot this little fellow of Ross's.
Outrageous.
Get away. But you do get 1 silver. You do get 2 silver for him.
Oh, okay. I mean, I
Not the end of the world.
I don't really need the money, but okay.
Right. I can then buy someone. Or
no, don't you have more castle stuff to resolve?
No.
You've got 3.
3 of the same. 3 of the same. 2 of my own.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, got that.
All right. I am going to scrap. Let's scrap the peddler. I don't think he's going to help me at the moment. I actually had 4 symbols because I had a gold in here. I didn't have an extra gold to put an extra person in, so it does not matter. My turn is done. I'll draw up.
Sure. My journeyman drops off because I got rearranged, thankfully. I get to grab someone for free.
I will move the morality to the left.
Thank you. I think I'm going to grab this guy. So
moves to the left again.
Moves to the left again. Cool. Everyone else moves across. Nice. I think I'm going to throw down the financer. And I will probably discard the trader at that point and gain my 2 silver. Cool. I get to move 3, 2, 3, but I'm going to pay an extra coin because I have the money. I might as bloody well. To thank you for fixing my guy. To stand there. Do I want to scrap this guy? Don't need to be honest with you. Do I want to buy this guy at the end? 1 ink while it's 2. Why could I have got this guy at the beginning?
That would have really been useful.
Could have dominated. I mean, it's not really been necessary to be honest, but I've had like consistent options to me. Yeah, I will scrap this guy for 3 coins.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessary to keep these coins. I don't. In fact, I'm not richest out of all of us, so even if it comes to a tiebreak, that's good. That gives me 1 cross, doesn't it?
Yes.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 now, so I can grab this one.
Yep.
So I get 2 inkwells off that. 2.
I'm slightly scared about how Ross's set collecting is coming along.
I have 1 game plan, and it is the thing that I'm doing. Cool. Don't want to buy this person now that they're available. Not really. It doesn't really benefit me. So, in which case, I will do something. I will draw up and end my turn.
All right. Done?
Okay. Fire drops off. The others move along. And let's get out 3 as. Right, so movement 1, 2, 3. Gonna stop there. So I have 8 bags, so I can trade and flip over 2 cards. Yep.
Nice.
So I'll flip a deed, flip over the debt, get a free resource, which is going to be gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really don't want to buy the scoundrel. So just draw for end of turn. Cool. Easy.
Okay. Aristocrat toddles off. They move down, they move down. I will play.
I did it again. I was too busy thinking about my turn. I didn't really. This is Dom's board. He's doing things.
I'm going to play the Illusionist. So I go 1, 2. Jumps down there. Because I have 2 criminals in play. I can rearrange my tableau. Or I can discard 2 cards. I think I might discard 2 cards. I'll discard the Financier, and I'll just discard the top card of my deck. That's fair. So I have 1 movement. Where can I go? That is on the wrong side of the bridge. Where can I go? Where can I go? What is going to help me? Two, 3. I do have 4 there, so we could build. Okay. I will go 1 and then pay a silver to go 2. I'm going to build. Yeah, let's build the. Let's move the trade thing. That is a. This is a risk.
You get a.
I get a deed. That is why it is a risk.
Yeah.
but it hastens the end game along, so I'm okay with it. Plus, I get to rearrange my people, which I don't really need to do. So I think I am just going to, where am I there? Oh, hang on a minute, actually. Wait a second.
Wait a goddamn minute.
No, I didn't have enough. I thought if I'd scrapped this guy off, I would have got an extra 2 hammers. But I only had I had 4, so it wouldn't have helped. I would have had 6 instead of 7.
Yes.
So it would have been great for points, but I would not have been able to do it. So I will settle with gaining 5 points, and I will end my turn by drawing up. So my deck flips over. So Ross, carry on with your day.
Okay, sure. My habit falls off. Nothing happens. Everyone else moves up. I'm going to play the lender just in case I get an opportunity to reshuffle. Maybe I can get debt flip at the end of the game or something if they happen to draw one or some other crazy scenario happens. If I stitch myself up, no, I haven't. So I get to move 1. I will move literally 1 around this corner. I will pay 2 to scrap that, giving me a cross.
Yep. I got it.
Yep, cool, thank you. I was just trying to think then. Do I move the thing as well? I can't remember. Is that when happens on that? No, that's when I buy it. All right, wait, what?
That guy does move the white 1.
Okay. Yes, okay, good. That makes sense. Then I'm going to 1, 2, 3 with the one I scrapped, plus I still have Emma out, so I'll just use the stone. 4, and I will gain this. I somehow managed to grab the one underneath, the top one. Cool, which means I can scrap a card and move the thing to the right again, which I will do. I'm going to scrap my clergyman. I get 1 coin for that.
Yep.
And I move this to the left. Cool, and then that was my action. I will buy this guy for 2. That did not work. He'll go to here. When I buy him, it moves my morality to the left. I managed to move it 3, I think, in this 1 turn. And then that will end my turn.
Okay. Dom.
Okay. That is not going to work. Okay. No, it is going to work.
Okay, worth noting, the current round finishes. So a final round takes place, so all players have had the same number of turns.
Okay, I started, yes. So
Journeyman drops off, so I get to hire someone for 3.
So if Dom clashes here and ends the game, then that was the my last turn.
It says the current round is finished and then a final round takes place. So you get one more turn. So I would get 2 turns left.
Okay.
And Dom also gets 2nd turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I am going to, because my journeyman dropping off does mean I have a clash.
Okay, yep.
Right, I think I will gain.
What do we say happens if you go to draw more deed cards but you can't, or debt cards but you can't? Is there an infinite number but they don't count towards anything?
Bear with.
Let's discard the labourer. Okay, moves along. that would be Financier. Do I want to discard a card? Sure. No. So, and
They are considered to be unlimited. In the rare case that they run out, players should use the multiplier cards.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm going to get one
triggers
more.
End of game, but then this unlimited amount of them basically. Still.
I just use the extra cards.
Yeah, that's cool.
Easier.
Yeah. So I'm going to get one more out, one more turn, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I will discard that one and get 2 silver. Okay. So movement wise, I've got 3. What I want to do is go 1, 2, 3, +1 for my building.
Can you
And then
pay?
I'm going to spend for an extra one.
Could you pay more to get further around the board?
Yes.
So you could just pay to go the whole way around. Oh, you did say that. I think you did say.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start up the castle. I've got 1 noble symbol on my tableau and 2 gold, which gives me 22 gold gives me 3, so I can put 2 meeples on.
Nice.
So
nice.
1 is going to go up. So 1 goes that way, 1 goes that way.
Yeah.
So again, I can.
So before you do the second level, you've checked for any in the first.
Yeah.
First.
Oh, okay. So I don't resolve the effects from going up the step.
You do, but I guess I thought you were about to move it up to the next level, which
I know. So it's fine. I'll do it all in the. So that goes there.
You should move this one as well, don't you?
yes.
Yeah, I'm just deciding which one to go. I'll move that one. And then yeah, so this moves up. Ta-da! So I gain the card.
Uh-huh.
I also gain 1 resource of any type.
Yep.
Okay, let's have stone.
You can either scrap card or get anyone as well.
Yes, and
Yeah.
these 2 do technically move out as well.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, they do.
And you get a +2 to your morality, which
Yep.
pushes you right to the end here.
Which is actually a really good shout. Well,
Yeah. Okay. Scrap. Well, scrap is only from my hand or deck,
Yes.
and I don't have a deck at the minute, so there's only 1 card in my hand.
You can choose not to. You could just
Yeah.
recruit someone.
Yeah. Is anyone going to give me something good if I recruit them?
rearrange.
Rearrange my tableau. Not the best.
Shuffle your deck. I mean, it's going to happen anyway, but
That's going to happen anyway.
Probably
Let's
rearrange
just-
your best one, isn't it? Because at least then you've got the option of like trying to trigger another clash and getting more deeds.
I don't think that's going to happen in 1 turn.
Probably not. Well, I don't know. I got pretty far with 1 go on mine. I got 3 spaces over.
yeah.
Eh. Yeah, go on then. Let's rearrange.
I just don't know what else you. Yeah. Even if you. I mean, I obviously don't know what's in your hand for scrapping and stuff, but.
Rearrange the tableau. Pop to these at the end. Yeah, let's give the watchman at the start. Just shiggles. Okay. So I've dealt with the recruity stuff, dealt with the thing. I don't want to hire that criminal. So
It's so
now,
smooth.
it's now end of turn. So I need to flip over, shuffle. And now I've got the castle and I've got a hand size of 5.
You
I
do.
believe.
Yes.
Right, my turn. Yes.
Is a clash?
Oh, there is a
Yeah,
clash.
yeah.
But Don gets 3 deed cards.
So to get the last deed,
Triggers the end of the game.
and then
I
2
get
more.
get. Which is bad.
Nothing happens for me.
No.
For once, I don't have a criminal out.
So.
Okay, yeah, end of my turn.
This guy falls off the cliff, so I can move my white marker to the left. I can hire someone for 3. I will hire. Yeah, I'm going to hire this guy for 3. So I gain another debt.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to be playing the peddler. No, sorry, not the peddler. I won't do him yet. I'm going to do the stone cutter. That's what I'm going to do. Stone cutter has a movement 3, so I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3 round to here. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I do. I do want to be there. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take the build action. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hammers effectively. I am not going to deal with this guy. So I effectively get to build this. My last 5 building is going to go here on the deed card. So I get myself a bonus deed. A dirty deed done dirt cheap, which is good because I get extra movement and I'll get those sweet 15 points. I have not had a clash yet. I could discard a card. Why not? I'm going to discard fancy. I don't think whatever I draw is going to change my plan. Nope. All right. Then we have our final round, gentlemen. So,
yeah, I was kind of hoping to gain maybe 1 more turn, but it's okay. Pretty okay situation, I think. Emma comes off the edge anyway. Everyone else moves up. Right, I know we're getting late in the evening, but the last round you've got to squeeze them points out, don't we? So there's no set collecting I can do because I've got all of the colours that are available. So it's a layer of blue, a layer of yellow, a layer of black, and then a layer of white on each one.
Copy that. You can't get another white.
So I can't get another white. So it'd just be worth 1 point, which isn't really worthwhile. I don't really have any resources to build, and I don't have the items in my hand to do that, so that doesn't work for me either. I can trade a lot, but what I really was looking for was to have gained a load of deed or debt cards by this point. So then I can do the cheeky little trade option at the bottom here. Have loads of trade power, but that is not an option necessarily for me. Building. I don't have any build power. So unless I move forward 1 and I bin this guy off, but I know I'm 1 coin short, so I can't even do that. I could pick one of these lot. I think my best option is to try force myself to clash, so I just draw 3 more deeds.
Yeah.
Which is essentially equivalent to only 3 victory points anyway. But it's I guess it's something. I don't have a way of getting anyone else on the castle because they're not very good. So I think that's my best bet, is to force the clash. Luke would draw another debt. May work out for him, I don't know. Doesn't impact Dom. Dom's played like the most virtuous game ever.
Well, the corruption went badly for me last time I tried it in one of these games, so
Fair enough. So I can't buy my way to a clash. And really I want to be collecting 3 cards rather than 2 cards. Don't want to give Luke the option to rearrange his board. Probably not. But I don't know how else I can tackle that. Oh, it's not even Luke, it's Dom. Sorry, I'm about to look at wrong colour. Oh, I could give him a thing to rearrange. Because then he's already rearranged. I don't need these. Yeah, okay. We're getting there, sorry. I'm literally have narrowed down. So either I get this or I get this. Neither of which is worth any more points. I think this is my best move. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, you do get the points for criminals in your deck. You do have a few of them.
I think I only have 3, which is the same number of points as getting 3 deeds.
True.
So, in fact, it's more around whether I want to. Yeah, okay. Let's just play this guy. Let's go 1-2. So Dom can do a rearrange. Let's.
I mean, I did a rearrange, so I don't really want to change that.
Well, there you go. Let's scrap a card, and when I scrap it, I'm getting the gold for it, aren't I?
Yeah, you get a money for it.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
You get a coin value.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scrap the traitor. Why not? Because I'm not getting the other card with the things in it. That means I get 2, and you never know. That might be the deal breaker.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have. How did I get to this? Oh yeah, so then I've got 4 inkwells. I suddenly went, crap. I've come here and I don't remember how I was going to do the rest of this. I've got 4 inkwells, which I might as well use. That gets me this book here. Technically starting a new set.
I'm just going to give a spoiler alert to the viewers. The Ross's amount of money is not going to be the tiebreaker.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was money and resources.
No, I mean, we're not going to be at a tie.
Oh, sorry, I'm with you, right. That moves that across to there. I think that's it. So then I don't want to buy this guy. It's not. It is worth it. It's not worth it. I will spend 1 to by this guy, just in case this happens to make a difference. And
Oh.
arrange the lender to be the end. Because you never know, and gain another criminal. I guess I could have bought a criminal. I could have then added more points. I don't know. No, because technically it wasn't there. Ignore me. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to now about whether I did all the right things with turn. I have clashed, which means I draw 3 deeds.
Yep.
3. If anyone else has a criminal, they draw a debt card.
Yep.
This might just mean that both of the things trigger, which is
It's kind of my best case scenario at the moment. Is it bad?
which I think you probably were trying to gun for a little bit, but
A little, just so that it doesn't ruin me quite so much.
I don't mind that either. How many have you got? It's got 5 of those, 3 of those. Yes, that's pretty good. This is okay. I mean, I think we got the same then. In which case, you'll probably win based on that. I think that's gonna be done. I'll just draw it for the sake of it, and then we're done.
Okay. Yeah, I think that gets me the most points. So let's pop off to these. I can discard and get to virtue. Sure. Why not? Bye-bye, thief. To virtue. Okay. Finance then moves along. Watchman comes along. Right. Diplomat.
Diplomatic immunity.
So move round 1. Okay. So I think I'm going to staff the castle again because I've got 2 noble symbols out, and my diplomat's ability is that I can pay 2 silver for a 3rd one.
Yep.
So I get to put 2 more meeples in the castle.
Nice.
So 1 moves up.
Huge.
And that one that way.
Yeah, pretty decent. You get stone and link. Well, I'll bring that down for you.
Thank you. I get to kick someone out of the castle on this side, don't I?
You do.
Well, as you said, Foster's silver won't be the tiebreaker. I'll kick his meeple out.
That's
So you
outrageous.
can have a
2
silver.
meeples have been kicked out of it. Outrageous.
There's your silver, though. There's your compensation. There's a 1 silver, and here's another.
By 1 point because he has a meeple in that.
And there we go. 1 moves up to the top, the others move round. So I gain 1 resource of any type. You know what? I'll just take a gold, claim on getting a gold medal.
Nice.
Okay. There's no real point hiring anyone, so that's me done.
Okay. The thief falls off the end, which means I get another debt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's bad. Can I do anything that will force a clash? Maybe.
There's always,
Maybe.
I think there's always an option for a gear, isn't it? Do you have any coins? You got 1.
1 coin. I don't think I can.
I'm not sure if you want to.
I'm not sure if I want to either, but the benefit of clearing this out means that I would get 12. I'd get 12 points because I have got the most flipped deeds.
Yes.
So it is in my interest to do it. However, I don't think I can. Let's think about this a second.
I think they've all been claimed.
So I think I am better off. Hang on, how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 hammers.
Oh, you can clear your buildings. Nice.
If I could clear my buildings, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. In fact, I know I can't. Because at the most, I could get 6. Unless, can I get onto this guy? 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd have to get 6 movements. I could at most get 4.
Trying to get. How many more hammers do you need?
I need 7 hammers. I've got 4 on the board. I could add 1 more. So I can get 5. Ideally, I need to get over to this charlatan. I can't make that move because it's 6 from where I am, so I can't do it. Okay, I think I am just going to have to go with the best option I have, which is the peddler. I'll go 2 spaces. I'll go here. Yeah. I will pay a silver.
This is basically the move I wanted to end the game on.
Yeah, I'm going to pay 2 silver. I'm just going to flip over these 2, which puts me up to 5 debts, 5 deeds, which is nice. And I will take 2 gold for the funsies. And that, gentlemen, brings us to the end of the Viscounts of the West Kingdom. That is a brain burner when you're playing it wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's probably we played it very wrong in quite a few dramatic ways, which meant we ended up making the game last a lot longer than it needed to.
Yeah.
So we have learned our lesson for next time.
Yeah, I would definitely be up for playing this again. I'd like to.
Yeah, I like this a lot. This is great. Okay, so we are going to be scoring points. I'm just going to pull up a calculator and do it for me this way. So first up, we have our constructed buildings. I have done very well out of that one.
I have not done anything really.
I've done okay.
Then we get victory points for each worker equal to the tier in the castle. I get a nice 4 points for that.
2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13.
I get 8.
16. Ooh, 19.
Jesus.
I get 6 for that, and then 1 for each of the outside ones. Yeah.
Okay. Then we get victory points for our sets of transcribed manuscripts, or for our transcribed manuscripts. So I get 3 points for that.
Okay, the Ross scoring session.
Yeah, Ross gets some many points.
42, I think.
Because you've got three complete sets, haven't you? Which is 16.
No, I got 2 complete sets, I think. Yeah, 2 complete sets, 16.
16.
So 16 is 32, plus 9 is 41, plus this 1 known one is 42.
Yep, 42. Tight. All right. Then unpaid debts.
No, we can just end the game there before we start getting to it.
Unpaid debts. We lose 2 points for each unpaid debt.
I actually don't have any unpaid debts. So.
No, me neither.
Then we gain points for our acquired deeds and then our approved deeds. So the acquired deeds are the 1 pointers, and then and then we get the 3 points.
Yeah.
There. Then the poverty card was revealed. Oh, sorry, the prosperity card was revealed. So who has how many debts do you?
6 completed, which I realized it was extremely tight at the end there.
I had 5.
Yeah.
I've only got 2 completed debts.
So Dom gets 4 points. I get 8. Ross gets 12. And then that is it. So, final scores, gentlemen.
I think I get a bonus 5, don't I? For the
Oh, you do?
castle
Yes.
card?
Any extra bonuses for the various cards? So actually, I get 5 bonus.
I get 6 bonus points from. Don't forget your this thing. If you didn't.
Yeah. No, sorry, it was only 3 points. So actually, so you get 6 bonus points for doing those.
Yeah, because I couldn't find the. You took the white one, didn't you?
I did take the white one, yes.
Yeah, and I couldn't find the last black. Let me just double check. I don't. Oh no, I got 3 blacks.
Did you get 3 blacks in the end?
Yeah.
Oh, you just forgot to claim it.
I just forgot to claim it. So I missed out on the bonus for.
Well, in which case we've played that. If we've played that wrong, then the game is null and void. We've just played too much wrong.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Just
That's
not.
right. I don't mind omitting the fact that just we'll ignore the fact that you didn't get that 1 bonus. I had loads of inkwells anyway, so it's fine.
All right. So our final scores then. Dom has ended on 57.
Mhm.
I ended on 70 even. So Ross with 89 is our winner. Congratulations, sir.
I told you I came here to win, and I feel like I delivered.
Whew, that was fun. I like that game.
It was good. It was good.
Definitely played that wrong, and we have learned lessons for next time.
Yeah, again, you joked earlier about me leveraging rules not being right. I think I got away with a little bit more there, because
we weren't clashing anywhere near as much as we probably should have been.
And if we were triggering on there being criminals in your tableau,
yeah,
I had like 3 of them out for like half the game, so I would have been constantly picking up deck cards.
Right.
Constantly being pushed over to the side. I did. To be fair, I was starting to build an engine where I would flip cards, and then went, I don't need to do this as much, so I'm not going to bother continuing with it. But I would have had to focus more on that, which might then just take my focus off elsewhere.
Yeah. I switched strategies partway through to just suddenly went, oh yeah, I probably should do something about do something else, because I realized I was running out of steam on the buildings a little bit.
Yeah, I started off on the buildings and then sort of tried to pivot over to the castle.
Yeah, which is funny because I just ignored the buildings. So
I think if you built such an efficient engine on being able to get the manuscripts.
Yeah.
And to be fair, if I'd been able to build that last building, that's another. I mean, I still would have won because that's another 8 points. But still, it's pretty. We've closed up a little bit.
Yes.
All right, so that was Viscounts of the West Kingdom and How Not to Play It by Equid and Survive. We are going to be back. Sorry, Ross?
We played a version of it.
We played it, it's just not the right one. We will be back next week. We will be playing some more board games. We will hopefully be playing some more. We will not be playing D&D next Friday because I am in Bath. But we will be playing something probably on Wednesday. So keep an eye out on our Instagram and our Twitter for us to give you information about that.
Luke's yearly wash next week. So
it is my yearly wash. I have to go to the Roman baths. I cannot. I tried to go to the ones in Harrogate, and you know what? They just were not good enough for me. I have to bath in Bath. I can only eat cheese if I go to the Cheddar Gorge.
Nice.
And then you eat far too much of it.
And then I gorge myself too much on that cheddar. I am a very literal person. It's just very unfortunate. But there you go. If I have to capsize a boat, I go to Leek. It's
yeah.
And if I want to go swim, I go to Pool. So there we go. And that is the end of our geography-based puns. As it is 5 to midnight, and we're probably all quite tired, and I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sticking with us as long as you have. We will probably play this again to make sure we get it right. But But thank you for sticking with us as long as you can. Take it for yourselves. Stay safe, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Bye.